I got you on anything we want to get started tonight.
Daniela Ramon.
Margaritas.
Yo, what's good? Jacob Ramon.
It's your girl, D Breezy.
Bloody Marys, you name it, I got it.
Hey, we live, baby. Let's get this shit.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy Zigzag MV Riders. You know what it is, Mr. AZ side. Bar Talk, you know what it is.
Bar Talk TV in this bitch. Terrell Matheny signing out.
Yo, it's your main man, Richard Lee. I ain't me, City Boys West. Bar Talk TV.
What's up? It's Platinum, baby. Look, I'm from New Orleans, but like I was out here in Phoenix with the My Bar Grill. It's going down at the Bar Talk, man. Look, I don't want to miss it. Yo. It's Platinum, baby.
Yeah. What it do? You know, it's your boy DJ Jamarin. Representing Bar Talk TV, yo. Tap in before you get left behind.
Let's get it.
You are now watching Bar Talk TV.
What's going on? Tucson, Arizona, the whole country of the United States of America and the globe. What it is. This is Bo Phillips here with Bar Talk TV.
What's cracking like everybody?
Yo, what up? Everybody tune in. And Daniela Ramon.
Sorry.
Coming in.
Try to come in with a bang. Daniela Ramon, guys, you want and only bartender.
Y'all know the deal. 10 share 10 groups. Let's get it, everybody. Tonight, we got a really special guest. I can't wait to bring him on the show. He's a brother that I've worked with like 4 years ago that first came out to Tucson, and it was really dope to actually have him come out here. He originally came out here in 2016. We'll go ahead and we'll get into the details about that as soon as we bring him on the show. But he's a brother I've been waiting to work with, too. We just worked with him actually at the Kurt Cobain show. Everyone that's been tuning in since we did that show. And then we'll be bringing him on to discuss that too, because he was actually one of the headliners that went on right before Kirko. So that was really cool.
Fucking badass show.
Yeah, man.
420 Block Party. Shout out. 420 Block Party. Kurt Cobain's. That was amazing.
Yeah, shout out to Insider Events, Fats Pennington, George O'Neill, and Alex Rock that was running that event right there too, and brought in Kurt Cobain's all the way out from H-Town. That was really dope. We got to work that, did some videography for that. And then we also got to meet a lot of different artists. And when we brought them on, I mean, it was cool because all the different artists that we interviewed that night, they're all from so many different places, right? They're from like, we had 2 artists from the ATL that came on that we interviewed and went live with that night. There was another artist too from like Sacramento that I got to talk about with too, that he knew some other boys from Sac City that we both knew. It was just a cool night. You get a lot of that here out in Tucson. This is just like a mecca for so much cultural diversity, especially for people that come from different cities that were raised in different cities and then end up residing here later in life. So we got a lot of that and a lot of just people that want to share their experiences in life. And there's nothing better than just getting some all around general consensus of what you experience in life. That's like the best thing that I know how to conduct myself as.
And who you are. You know, everybody has their own opinion on who someone is because of what they're doing, their moves, their you know, body language, their music, this, that, whatnot. But like to hear from a personal perspective of like, you know, this is your goal, this is who you are, this is what I'm shooting for. Like it gives you a whole nother persona. And then that's what we're going for, guys. Like we want you to see like everyone for who they are. So when they reach the top, like, you know, they did it right. So Bar Talk.
Definitely giving people out there a voice to be heard.
And once again, just to remind everybody, 10 share 10 groups. We usually start around the 5-minute mark, so we'll give it a little bit more time before we start to bring on our guest this evening. Hope everybody's being safe out there. Hope everybody's having a good night so far. If you just got off of work and you're getting a sitter, be careful going out too. It's supposed to rain tonight, so hide your kids, hide your wife, and don't hide your raincoats because it's going to be storming up in this motherfucker.
Did you get any rain?
Nope. There was a lot of rain in Midtown though. I heard a couple of them.
I sure did. Eastside got some good rain. It was beautiful, man. Last night it was it was roaring, the wind was going, it was dark in the evening, like gorgeous. And today we got, you know, the same effects. And then the rain came down and hit, and man, it was beautiful. I was ready for it, that's for sure.
Yeah, hopefully it's going to migrate from the east and come out here to the south.
God willing.
Because we need, I mean, it's the desert out here. It is dry, y'all. Like it is a dry ass desert, and we
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
had any rain in a long ass time. So pray and dance in the rain. If y'all go in clubbing, do a rain dance.
I
All
could
day
teach you.
yesterday, I was going from the south side to the west side, south side, west side. Today I went all the way up north too, and then came back down. I didn't get shit.
Yo,
God didn't even spit
Oh,
on
no.
me, nothing.
Should have came to my house. That's what you should have done.
I was up in the foothills yesterday, and then I was up in like the north side too, in Oro Valley, and nothing.
That's not fair.
Alrighty, y'all. Well, here we go. Looks like we got some people tapping in. Dope. 10 groups once again.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll go ahead
let's bring him
and
on.
bring on our guest this evening.
He's about to be fired, y'all. Get ready. This man is amazing. You have no idea.
He's a very reputable dude. This guy, he produces all of his own music. He plays the piano like Kanye West. But Kanye West, think of Kanye West from New Orleans. You know what I mean? He's got really a lot of cool things going on. I'll go ahead and introduce him too. He's got a lot of reputable names he's been working with. Give it up for Hesus, the God, Zeus over here.
Yeah, man.
What's going on, fam? Thanks for coming through, bro.
Thank you for coming on the show, man.
absolutely.
We really appreciate you coming out.
Yes, sir.
So let the people know where you from, man. Where you represent.
I'm from I'm born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, down south. Honestly, genuinely.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think my boy, our top security right here, he's from Louisiana also.
Yeah.
I think you guys were talking about it earlier, right?
Oh yeah, he said Mandeville, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Crazy.
like a suburb of New Orleans out the way, kind of like I think an hour, 45 minutes, something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that is dope, bro. And what brings you to Tucson? That was always the first question I asked. So if you're from New Orleans, man, what brought you up here to Tucson, brother?
Honestly, bro, some guys see me on the internet, and felt like if I was to bring my musical talent to Tucson, Arizona, that it'll blow up for them. So I flew here basically for a record label.
Okay.
That was in talks of signing me, but we just chose to do our own thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Independent is the way to go anyway, bro. Like, honestly, like you're a one-man band. Everybody that's tuning in, this dude is the shit right here. I've been following Hesus, the guy right here, man, Hardesty, since you first came out here, bro.
Yes, sir.
He does it all. He produces all his own music. He makes all his own beats. He knows how to work all of his own recording software, his own lyrics, his own everything. Like, we're going to play some tracks for y'all so y'all can really get a feel for all the hype I'm bringing up this man, too. I'm like, you're real hype man over here. I'm like, hey.
Yes, sir.
And then we also got some special behind-the-scenes exclusive footage from the Kurt Cobain show that we're going to be playing, too, where Hardesty was performing over here.
Oh, yeah.
And that shit was dope.
Yeah.
He ain't seen it yet. Nobody's seen it yet, actually, besides me and Jacob. That's about it. But no, y'all are gonna get a view of that too.
Yeah, we definitely got some footage. We got some good footage.
So so you ended up. What was your reasoning staying in Tucson though? Because you decided to stay out here after.
I did. I decided to stay. I felt like the West Coast was opportunist. It was opportunity in my eyes. I felt like when I got off the plane and I saw mountains and palm trees, to me, I felt like I made it to Hollywood. Even though I'm in Tucson, you understand what living where I was living in Dayton, Ohio, really. Before I came out here, I was Dayton, Ohio. And you know, that city is just one of them cities where it's not a lot going on. Other than it's a lot of street activity going on. It's not a lot of jobs. When I was living there, wasn't a whole lot of job opportunities.
Yeah.
So moving out here, just the minimum wage alone was $5 more higher. I was like, oh yeah, there's opportunity out here, man. And I went to this call center and they hired me the day of. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay here because I was gonna leave once I got here, and I felt like, you know, the music situation wasn't as promised to me. I felt like maybe I shouldn't be here. It was a sign, but then it was like, nah, it's a sign to start over and start something new and fresh.
Yeah,
you feel me? And
I like the conversation we had. Yeah, we've had Hardesty up here, kind of chilling. You know what I mean? Getting to know him a little bit more and just chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? So we had a conversation earlier about limitations. Yeah. About how if you have these limitations in life, it's what's actually gonna like naturally influence you to pursue what you want to do passionately, like very much so, even more so. Like, and that's what's so beautiful about the things that you do, because you're like, shit, man. Like, you're like, I ain't got nothing out here.
Yeah.
Just barely got out here.
Yeah.
Ain't got nobody, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
everybody coming at my head because I'm the new dude and whatever. But whoop-de-whoop, that's how it was too when I came out here to Tucson, bro. It's like everybody's so like cliquish in Tucson, bro. It's everybody wants to be like about their own. And it's like, y'all really gonna treat people like that? Like, I'll call people out. I'm not gonna say no names, but like as soon as I came out here, I was like, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a jealousy tip or something. Because I know how to produce my own beats too. You know what I mean? So I was
There's
like,
a lot of that. Like you got to know somebody to be a part of them and shit.
which is weird because Tucson's not even a big city. So you think I would understand that in LA because I've been to LA and I understand that. But out here in Tucson, it's more just like favoritism almost. You know what I mean? Like,
it can be. In a lot of small cities, it's gonna be like that. See, I realized that because when you are outsider coming into somebody else's territory, it's just the nature of man. That's like if you've been living on your city and your street for 25 years, and somebody a new family move in, y'all gonna try to see who they is. Every day you're gonna figure them out why they, you know what I'm saying, what they doing in your neighborhood, what's their reasoning for moving over here. So I understand the new guy mentality. I've been a new guy for a long time in school, in the streets, whatever the case may be, in jail. So the new guy thing is, would you come with open arms because you in somebody else's territory unless you want smoke, unless you want a negative back push. Yeah. And what I realized, bro, really people showed me open arms when I first came here. Like I could say this guy named Pike Romero. I don't know if y'all know his name.
Pike is the shit. No, we had Pike. We interviewed Pike at the Cinco de Mayo thing that we did with Ash Lansky and everybody. Yeah. I recognize Pike because Pike's put on for a lot of artists in Tucson, bro. Man, a lot of these artists, I give it up to Pike for as much success as a lot of artists have had, bro. And Pike Romero, just so everybody knows, kind of a little background on Pike. He's the founder of the Tucson Hip Hop Festival, like the very first one, like the first annual Tucson Hip Hop Festival. That's some tight. He barely had tahine over here, yo. He's barely had tahine over here out here in the southwest of this country.
Tahine, you know.
Yeah, tahine, man.
Sheesh.
Yo.
That's funny.
That shit's super salty. Let's look at the comments real quick, though. Hold up. We got love all the way from Dayton, Ohio. Big love. Appreciate the comment.
Who from Dayton? Who in the city, man? Who from Dayton, man?
Yeah, that's what I said, too.
Facebook user.
Alex Rock, what up? I see you in the comments, too. He said, goats on the rise. What up, big boy?
Yeah.
We gave a shout out, too, to Alex Rock earlier, too.
Jay Parton.
Oh, it's him, Alex Rock?
Yep.
Yeah, Alex Rock's on the bottom. Jay Parton was the one that says Facebook user.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said that boy dope.
Jay Parton. So Dolly Parton's son. No, I'm just playing. He's over here like, yo, hey, from Dayton. Barton. Oh, Jay Barton.
Yeah. I was watching the comments right there.
Oh, that's the homie, man. You watching, man? Yeah.
Jay Barton, what up?
Yeah, I got some.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely appreciate y'all.
So we could go ahead and do too. So now that we've given such a reputable, notorious introduction to Hesus the God over here, so let's go ahead and run one of his tracks one time. Yeah, absolutely. We'll go ahead and put that on. Bam, bam. Cheers again, brother. We didn't cheers earlier. Yeah,
absolutely, man. Cheers, man.
To cheers, prosperity and clarity, absolutely.
To prosperity and clarity.
Whew. Yeah, let's put on that one first. I don't think I heard this one. Video? I'm over here like a fanboy. I've heard like all your.
Sauce it up, Ivor. I was talking to God, he told me I was destined for greatness, but tell him take a look at me now. I've been getting the money looking like I'm talking to Satan, but now the numbers way down. Shit ain't easy when you ain't looking for handouts and every money bring you still down. They want me to save them, but I only fight with my life checking. I ain't watching none of them drown. Was talking to God, he told me I was destined for greatness, but tell him take a look at me now. I've been getting the money looking like I'm talking to Satan, but now the numbers way down. Shit ain't easy when you ain't looking for handouts and every money bring you still down. They want me to save them, but I only fight with my life checking. I ain't watching none of them drown. I've been on a grapevine, crossing these state lines, vision of Malcolm X. I've been on the airline hoping I can share my vision with my family. It was about to come next. I was trying to build me a empire. Had to come up out of my shadow like a vampire. You had me struggling, say you helped me, you a damn liar. Ain't no rebuttals and I'm so humble, I don't care about it. And when I come out, you better have me for no damn profit. But I can't claim anything they do. When you're born into the bullshit, you just picking through the poop. Ain't nobody about to pull them out the bottom pit but you. But the problem is that you don't see the problem in but you. Yeah. I'm swallowing and putting in the proof. When I'm looking in the mirror and I quarrel with my youth. I've been better than any demon trying to follow in my boots. Had to open up the bottle, let it all out in the booth. I had to catch my breath, almost fell into this pit, trying to take a bigger step. Playing catch up, trying to feel my generation up a web. Mother steward in this system, how I'm moving in my steps. Now fuck a feature, I'm just clearing up my deck. Grown man had to put all my priorities in check. Ain't no running at the cloud, I'm putting pressure on the neck. Had to recognize the difference between the rookie and the vet. Had to leave my babies cause my BM couldn't see my vision. I didn't want them witnessing this chick trying to stab me in the kitchen. All this pain I caused, all my worst victim. Tough love made me distant, but I never let my family down. Protect me, Lord. I was talking to God, he told me I was destined for greatness. But tell him, take a look at me now. I've been getting the money looking like I'm talking to Satan. But now the numbers way down. Shit ain't easy when you ain't looking for handouts. And everybody when you still down. They want me to save them, but I only fight with my life. Checking, I didn't want you, none of them drown. Was talking to God, he told me I was destined for greatness. But tell him, take a look at me now. I've been getting the money looking like I'm talking to Satan. But now the numbers way down. Shit ain't easy when you ain't looking for handouts. And everybody when you still down. They want me to save them, but I only fight with my life. Checking, I didn't want you, none of them drown.
Hell yeah, y'all. That shit was dope. Did y'all hear
So
that
that
shit?
was, it looked like San Javier Church, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
crazy.
That was Sam, yeah. Yeah, we had a like once we started shooting, I think people started realizing it was like trying to tell the videographer, like, hey, you can't shoot it. And he was like, shout out to Young Mac, man. Young Mac.
Oh, okay, yeah. Young Mac is dope.
Video.
Young Mac. I was gonna
is-
say that's like a nice quality camera. That was like a 4K, 5K. Yeah,
bro.
Young Mac is
Young
dope.
Mac
I know
is
a
not to be
lot of
played with.
motherfuckers he worked. Yeah, hell
You
yeah.
see what I'm
That's crazy.
saying?
I'm surprised they didn't kick you guys out right away.
They tried, but some kind of way we just still pulled it off.
Right? Yeah. You're like, fuck it. You kind of have to have that fucking mentality, man. It's like if you want what you want, you're gonna get what you get.
It was a good ass
So you're
video,
like,
man.
it
That
was
was tight.
art.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was art, and the song pertained to my soul and praying and everything. And I, you know, as sacred as the church was, we still wanted to get the point across. That,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's that tug of war, man, between like good and evil, and it's for our souls. It's like Satan and the Lord playing tug of war for my soul. When I grow with laying rhyme galore, like, oh man, and that's how it be, man.
Bars.
Like, that's how it be. It's like I think about that a lot too. It's like you know, it's like if there's anything we got going on with us, man, it's just like the battle for our own soul. It's not like we don't possess it at all times because we do. Let's just sell it. But like you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
How does Dave Chappelle put it? Where keeping it real goes right. It's like I want to keep it kosher, man. I want to do good by my own and like you know be kind and be humble and just be as predominantly good as possible. But it's like with the real nigga in me.
It's in you, bro.
Ooh.
It's gonna come out.
That's funny. So when did you become interested and when did you start doing music?
Oh, music? I like that question because it have layers to it, but I'm not gonna peel back too many. I think what really made me want to write music was my 9th grade year in high school. We used to be performing like, let's have a talent show. Y'all want to be in a talent show? Okay. Me and my group will get together and we'll do karaoke Hot Boys. So I'll be Lil Wayne, my friend would be Juvenile, my other friend would be BG, and we'd be the Hot Boys for this talent show. And I was like, I'm tired of rapping this shit. I'm tired of my friends asking me, yo, rap Lil Wayne shit or rap Busy Bone shit. And I'm like, you know, I want to rap my own shit. So I ran home and wrote my own 16 and came back to school. And I was like, I don't want to rap it to everybody. So let me get one of my friends. And I rapped it to my friend Alvin. Alvin Watson, if you watching, you remember this day. I rapped my verse to him on the side, and he was like, "Oh, this shit tight." And he took me to every student in the school and was like, "You gotta rap that verse." And by the end of the day, it was like, "Oh shit, he probably the best rapper in the school," type shit. So that made me just kept wanting to rap. And then all my other friends, everybody starting to write. So we formulated a group, and we did a little rap group where we was writing. And then it would start out 8 members, then it shrink down to 3 members. But that's what started me out for real, writing my own shit.
Middle school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, high school, my ninth grade year. Yeah.
So
you was
like 16, 15,
about
16?
about 15, 14, really.
Damn.
Because I graduated, I was 17.
You never stopped.
Oh no. I mean, even before that, I had been doing other people's songs and playing around with the ideas of making my own shit. But 9th grade year was officially the year when I started.
Man, so I can relate to that too, bro, because it gets kind of annoying after a while if people are like, "Oh, do somebody else's shit," especially when you got people like Wayne that come from your city. They're like, "Oh, whoop." Bro, that's how it was. I get, like, I'm telling you, bro, out in Dago, it's like Mitchie Slick came from Dago, so everybody's like, everybody like do some Mitchie Slick type shit.
Mitchie
That's how
Slick.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Hey,
nigga,
bro, that's crazy.
I'm like, nigga, like, how about we all kind of do our own thing? Like, why is it got to be like, you know what I mean? Kind of like what you like. Why is it got to like?
Yeah.
Why I got to like do Wayne bars like, or like Boozy bar like
familiarity.
Yeah,
that was the one that made it. So you got to sound like him, and that's what's gonna make you make.
When
it.
you got a big artist that comes from your city, that's like kind of how everybody was always approaching it too. And it's like you don't want to hear nothing from nobody else except like what's hot. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like. Shit.
Yeah, you already.
If it's hot, if it ain't hot, then why not? You know what I mean? Like, gotta let somebody kindle their own flame so that they can just keep like blowing that torch up and let it just become this like undisputable spitting inferno. You know what I mean? Like,
facts. Yeah, you sound like you rap.
Yeah,
you fuck around.
Yeah, I've been doing music since I was really young. Yeah, but I've been preliminary focus of acting.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, and that's the thing too.
Oh
crazy
shit!
This is a crazy lesser known thing, y'all. So Hardesty and I, we first actually like met and collaborated together on the same thing we got hired for. It was Vantage West Credit Union. Yeah. We both cast as like actors and models for their credit union. And this is a funny story. I didn't even finish telling you this in the lobby earlier. So we're all right. So we had each other on Insta, and it was like, oh, cool, yeah, I fuck with your shit, fuck with your shit. And then I was already banking at Vantage West before we both got hired for that shit.
Yeah.
And I walk in, bro, and you're on the screen. Like they were showing you, it was like a close-up of you and you smiling and you had your dreads all down.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell you this shit yet. Nigga, I was like, oh shit, that's the nigga that just had to be on Insta. Like, hell yeah, like this shit's dope. Like, I was like, I didn't even told you yet. Yeah, I was like, and bro, that was years ago too, because I was like I said right when you first got out here. Yeah. I was like, nigga, oh shit, hell yeah. That shit was super dope.
That's tight, dog.
You're all smiling like big cheese, bro. You were cheesing hard, bro. And I was like, hell yeah. Put that brother on. Put him on.
That black.
I was so hyped, bro. I was like, yo, hell yeah.
That's tight.
It was
That's
really
tight.
dope. And it was
That's
across.
tight.
It was like it wasn't just a picture though. It was like a video, like a close, like because so when you did the footage,
the video when I smiled.
Yeah.
They used it.
That was what they used. Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Sean, man. Shout out to Sean.
Hold on, which Sean? Sean the Way? Yeah,
The Way.
It was Sean the Way.
I wouldn't have known nothing about it if it wasn't for bro.
Yep.
He just randomly just was like, yo, you the one. You can do it. Come down. I was like, oh, all right. Shit, where I need to go.
Yep.
I showed up and it was lights, camera, like a real. It looked like a news studio.
Was
like
it green screen room at Brink Media, like a green screen?
It was yellow.
It was yellow. Oh, okay, yeah. So they had the backdrop.
Yeah, it was yellow, and it had cameras everywhere. They brought me in this little. Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah, that whole scenery was like I didn't know Tucson had no shit like that.
That was like
It's
our colors because that was
set.
Vantage. Yeah, that was Vantage West's colors. So that's why we had like a.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's an amazing feeling being on the set, huh? Like a movie or show or video.
Bro, I felt like I was in Hollywood. I'm like, can I come back?
Right?
He like, nah, bro. We'll call you.
You need me for reshoots like tomorrow or something? Like, what y'all doing tomorrow, man? Like shit. That shit's comedy. Yep. Yeah. I'm gonna put you on some acting stuff, man. Because I'm producing a bunch of stuff right now.
What?
Shout out to Avai Media. We got the thing that I'm doing right now with him is like a 10 film series that we're doing, and it's like
you in all of them?
Yes. So it's kind of like I'll tell you like this. I can't tell you the premise just yet because we still have a lot of contracts we're signing with like distribution and then like fiscal sponsorships, etc. But I can tell y'all like this. It's kind of like American Horror Story. So they use like the same like main actors for each different season, or so each different feature, but it's gonna be like a different plot and premise.
Damn. So like,
so have you seen American Horror Story? Yeah.
Yeah. Like
so they have like a different. Every season is like a whole different thing. But it's the same actors. We're doing some shit.
Same
like
actors.
that.
That's fire.
Yep.
American Horror Story is fire.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. That shit crazy.
So stay tuned, y'all. I'm gonna have Hardesty in my fucking in our movies too. Absolutely, because that's
I'm with it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna
with it, bro.
It's gonna be cool, man. We're gonna be doing all kinds of different things in Tucson. We're gonna show Hollywood why they keep nominating and then having all these independent films win the Oscars. Like freaking like Coda just won 3 Oscars, and it was a film. It was an independent film that went through Sundance Circuit Film Festival and then won 3 Oscars. Like it was a film. It was a film like all in sign language because it was all deaf actors that were leading. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Coda, 3 Oscars, bro, and it was an indie film. Indie film won 3 Oscars.
Damn.
I'm telling you, like, we're gonna show Hollywood how
Let's
Tucson
go.
puts on for all the independent stuff, bro. Like,
well, to be honest with you, I got a homie back in Dayton, Ohio, shot a film. He got his shit on Tubi.
okay,
He had a conversation with Master P, but I don't know exactly what went on with that, with that situation. But he shoot movies back to back, and that shit is very independent. It's like they looking at the independent world.
yeah, absolutely.
And they looking to take, you know what I mean? Like they looking because that's the up and coming talent. That's the raw shit.
Yep. Netflix is really huge on getting a lot of independent films. A lot of them.
You get on Netflix, it's up. It is up.
I was in the movie on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fronteras, it was like a.
It's still on Netflix. It's a Netflix original.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good backstory. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Oh man, that shit's gonna be dope. But yeah, y'all. Check it. Oh yeah, and then I was gonna ask you too. So subsided from just like you come from New Orleans and everything too. What was your family supportive of all the different things you're doing as far as like music and everything? Did you come from a household of musicians, or did you come out from a household of like people like don't pursue that shit, like kind of like King Killer family, or was it like really supportive?
Well, my family love me. I got a cousin. My cousin, man, Vinny. I got a cousin. My cousin Vincent. I post a picture like I was about to make an album cover to a song called Gun Control, and I'm standing in a mirror just holding this AR like Malcolm X.
Okay.
And I'm making a statement with the picture. My cousin took the picture and put it on a shirt just to promote it. This back in New Orleans. Like my family, big supporters. Like they'll tell people that's my cousin. They like I made it already. I felt they make me feel like I made it. So yeah, I get big support from my family though.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll tell you like this, man. And it's like it's crazy too, because I've been such a big fan of yours, but like I said to you too, it's like I've been like waiting to see artists like you in Tucson. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like
sir.
that is just like not just like doing big things and it's like hella talented, but like has a work ethic too. You know what I mean? So like no dick rider shit, but you are gonna make it, bro. And I guarantee you.
Nah, that ain't no dick rider. That's
you gonna make it though, bro. And you already are making it. You know what I mean? It's not even a matter of like making it or not. They're just like the power of manifestation is like you're already thinking it like how yes please. Like how freaking Cat Williams, like I keep referencing Cat Williams, but he says the really shit though. It's like
deep.
I think pimp, therefore I am pimp. I see some niggas writing it down, feel free. And it's the realest shit. That's the power of that's manifestation in a nutshell right there.
Yeah.
You're like, I think big, therefore I am big. I think successful, therefore I am successful.
Yeah.
I think like millionaire, therefore I am, and the list goes on, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, He Who Thinketh. It's a book called He Who Thinketh. It's a line. It's parallel to what you talk about.
Hell yeah.
He Who Thinketh.
I gotta look that up. I obviously love reading.
I don't know the publisher. I don't know the writer either. I don't know the name, but I know the name of the book is He Who Thinketh.
He Who Thinketh, as
Yeah.
thinketh. Absolutely, y'all. That's like, whew.
Yeah.
Woo. That's like the most like profoundly like, just like, whoo.
I mean, yeah, manifestation is real, bro.
Yeah.
It's real, bro. I manifested my position today. I done said it in songs and many times. I was trying to, I said in a song, and my goal was to move, cop a house in the pool and invest in music schools, get a vest and buku tools. What I'm meaning is like, it's like like I went to school for college, a musical technical school for recording engineering.
Yeah.
And I went to that school, and on my first day of class, it was 20 students in there, and I was the only black student. And I only make that point because just imagine being in a class like that where you thinking you the only person. Just say it was a white kid in a class with 25 children, and you the only white kid. It's all black children.
Right. Yeah.
It's a feeling that you're gonna get. No matter, it's not about race, being it racial. It's just a weird feeling to sit in there like, okay, so when the teacher asks, by a show of hands, how many of you students can tell me what signal flow is?
Right.
And about 12 kids raised their hand. And I couldn't tell you I don't know what the fuck signal flow was.
Right, yeah.
But what I realized was that whoever these kids was, or whoever their parents was, they gave them some kind of base
advantage.
Yeah, they had something around them to where they knew about studio equipment.
Yeah. Me
being from New Orleans, I didn't know whose studio would I go into even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like I used to I started making beats in the 10th grade. I was bringing my beat machine to school, and kids like, what the fuck is that? A game?
Yeah. Was it one of those synthesizer pads with like the 9 buttons on it?
Yeah, well, no, I had.
Thank you.
I had more than 9 buttons, bro. I had I forgot the name of my beat machine. I had a MPC 2000 XL in my college when I got to college, but my 10th grade year I had like a 808 something like that. It was just a beat machine, and I used to like MIDI it with my keyboard. Like I've been producing too, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I used to bring my beat machine to school, and they was like, "What the fuck is that?" Everybody was lost. So when I get to college and they already know what signal flow is, that let me know that these children in the hood don't have access to equipment like this. So my heart told me, if I ever was to become a billionaire, I would want to make a school like this, but give access to these children in these hoods that don't know shit about signal flow, mixing consoles. What is a Triton? What is bus in, bus out? What are all these things? They don't know that shit.
Yeah, the terms and the softwares and like all the equipment too. Yeah, it's just so weird. Like it makes sense though, because it's an oppressive state that all Black people have been in this country, and that goes without saying. That's part of our history, whether people like it or not. They want to admit to it. It's like we're at a disadvantage because not only do we not have like the staff to be able to teach our kids, but it's like how many generations of knowledge do we even have about these kind of things too with our parents? Our parents grew up, poorer than us. Like if you just keep tracing it back from like one generation back, and then the next generation back, if you do it one at a time, you just see how it's just like this just poverty stricken thing where it's like, bro, like you had a brother that can read and write, bro, only like 80 years ago. And that was like our great granddaddy, like 8 times. You know what I mean? They just barely started reading and writing 8 granddaddies ago. You know what I mean?
8 granddaddies.
That's what's crazy. That's what's crazy to think about, right?
That's
like,
deep that you're saying that.
But it's the truth.
That's deep that you're saying that. It make too much sense.
Yep.
And I understand the disadvantage is where I want to create I want to build. But I'm saying it for myself. But bro, there's a lot of cats out there that's doing it that don't get the recognition. For example, like these YSL cats that just got locked up, Young Thug and Gunna, right?
Was it that whole RICO thing that's going on?
The RICO thing going on, but nobody knows.
Sorry, I didn't know if there was any more beer left.
Ooh, that look good,
man.
We want some beer, man. But nah, it's a situation, right? They got locked up on the RICO. Nobody never told the story about Gunna. He went back to his city in his hometown, in the school that he went to. Everything in the school, he put actual like a clothing store in the school, a shoe store in the school, electronics in the school, free food, everything is free. Yeah. Children could actually go into school and get design. I don't know if it's designer shoes, but like Nike shoes, Jordans. They have a shoe store in the school that he was like he funded that, and it's a lot more that they did. Like, it got a lot of rappers that created a whole real estate. They bought out hundreds of houses they got rappers that's buying out houses just to put people in from their hood and living rent free for a whole year straight.
Wow.
Like it's a lot of stories that we don't hear from these rappers, but we hear about they got caught up in the RICO.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know nothing about what they putting in millions of dollars back into their neighborhood. And you go back to where they from, you ask Future in Little Mexico, where he from, everybody got, even the bums got on designer clothing. Because he bought so much clothes and he went giving back to these people.
Yep.
They don't hear these stories. Wow. And that's the stories that me and other rappers from where I'm from want to keep on. We want to keep it going because the stigma against black rappers or whatever rap hip hop is, all you do is give negative.
Right, yeah.
All you do is make these kids want to do negative shit. That's not all we do. If you go where these people from and see where they're from and actually go into some of their neighborhoods, you'll see that they changed this school. Lil Wayne made a skate park for kids to the point where kids was putting down guns and picking up skateboards, literally.
Yep.
In New Orleans. Like, it'll change. They'll talk about the shit in their raps, but the kids that follow the raps will actually follow the artists and see this dude in his real life is giving back to his community. If you're a fan of the artist, you'll know what they're really doing aside of the music that they putting out. Because that's like what's his name? The old country singer that used to talk about shooting his wife and drinking liquor and smoking weed and what's his name? It wasn't Pat Boone.
Johnny Cash.
Cash. Cash was a gangster.
I'm a huge fan of Johnny Cash. Yeah.
But he would never be put on trial for RICO.
Exactly.
But he's talking about walking up and shooting people in the face.
And you can't help but think, like, look at his skin color. Like, for real though, like it's very like one-sided and very just like it's very prejudiced. It's very just like racially segregated between like there's a classism about race. Always, there always has been since the foundation of this country, since white colonialism happened. We could talk. I mean, it's nothing new. Like it's like, but that's how it was distinguished between like what you can and can't do. It's like, oh, but he can do that, but I can't. And then you're like, well, they're not going to admit to it, but they're going to be like, well, yeah. And you're like, so what am I supposed to do then? Like, you're gonna sit here and be it's a total hypocrisy, yeah. And that's a great point that you brought up, brother. Because like as soon as you brought that up, I was like, oh shit, I'm a huge fan of Johnny Cash, but like he got away with some shit, bro. Like,
I mean, I like him.
He was doing, yeah.
I like him.
Oh yeah, like I love his music.
Like he coming from his soul, yeah. And that's the type of music I like.
Yep. Walk the Line was like, bro. I remember I was 13 years old when Johnny Cash. That was the first day I wore all black, man. I wore all black that day. I wore all black. It was I was like, I'm the man in black now. Shit, I'm like,
talk that shit, bro.
Bro, like no, he like because he put on. I mean, it was that during that era, Johnny Cash was popular when it was a lot of different black bluegrass artists that were immigrating from the South to come up to like the Midwest region, basically. Right. And they were doing a lot of their music, so that was like Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, like Etta
Teach
James,
these motherfuckers, bro.
And like Johnny Cash was in between. You see all these pictures of Johnny Cash holding black babies on his lap, bro, and because he did not get down racism at all. Like matter of fact, he was.
You can tell though.
Like
you can hear it.
And the crazy thing is too, like whenever he would say his things, he was never discriminating. He was never leaving out black folks. He was never he was like the epitome of like what he was like personally wanted white America to like start to formulate.
You see that?
Because it's like you hear it in his music too. He's like he walks a line. He's like very like he fell into his own burning ring and fire, and it's like he talks about his own stories, and it's like how many like white people could really relate to his music? You know what I mean? Like I see it like that too. Like I could relate to his music a lot because I know he's not talking this whole big game of like what were white artists doing? Like like the whole hippie movement where it's like just peace and love, everybody. It's like
he kept it gangster.
He kept it gangster, and he wasn't like on some like hippie shit where it's like unrealistic. Like I love Bob Dylan and freaking Elton John and John Lennon and Paul McCartney and all them too. But it's like the things you guys are doing, you guys aren't like considering everyone else's struggle. All you're doing is just saying like, oh, let's just be at peace and just act like there's no fucking war. Johnny Cash is like, I'm going through some shit and I'm gonna fucking write about it and make a fucking song. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, bro, I was like listening to that and then listening to Charles the Beatles, and I'm like, the Beatles, it's like, you guys got to realize there's people in other countries that like in Pakistan, even nowadays, especially back then, it was Nam, and Nam was fucking crazy. But now, fast forward to modern day, like comparison to what they were talking about, it's like, how could you guys even say that kind of shit and just completely disregard and disclude another person's upbringing? Like nowadays, the modern like comparison is like, okay, you've got like people still to this day in Pakistan, kids that are born in war zones. You know what they're learning when they're 5 years old? Not fucking ABC 1, 2, 3. They're learning how to step over a fucking landmine. That way they don't explode on their way to kindergarten. Because they just watched their best friend explode in front of their face for just like stepping on something he didn't know was going to blow him up. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and people talk about the struggles all day long. And I'm like, y'all got to realize like, man, like, I mean, I'm from like, a Western freaking American struggle out here in these streets, like, and that's its own demon, that's its own fucking jungle and its own war zone. But kids, bro, in the Middle East, I'm telling you, and they're the most humble kids, the nicest people you ever met, and they've seen their freaking father's throats get slit in front of their face, bro, and their mother get freaking like just like slaughtered in front of them, and then they like are refugees that come out here. The only reason I talk about this honestly, y'all, is because I was actually working for Tucson Arts for a long time, and I did volunteer work, and I taught a lot of these kids. Yeah, okay. I was teaching them songwriting when I was 19 years old. When I got out of high school before I went into college at U of A, I was teaching a lot of these kids that were refugees. A lot of them were Somalians, bro, and they were like, they were used to just seeing everyone getting their arms chopped off and their legs chopped off and just mutilated by rebels out there. Shit. And bro, they came out here and they're just the nicest kids I've ever met. Damn. Not privileged in any way. They have like they have no sense of like normalcy at all. They just think that like everything is chaos, but they still have to like try to live through it, and they still have to try to like be good through it. So like you could like cuss them out and they will just sit there in silence and be like, I'm really sorry that you didn't cuss them out, did you? No, I didn't cuss these kids. Dude, no. These were like the most gentle souls, but they've seen the most chaos, and that's what's trippy, man. Like it was like it was Somalian kids. I taught some Pakistani kids too. A couple of kids were actually from like really small provinces outside of like big Chinese countries too. So like outside of like Beijing and outside of like Shanghai. I taught a few of these kids, man, and it just tripped me out because the stories, they could barely speak English too, but the stories that they were able to tell me, like in as much English as they knew, it was just horrifying. And I was just like, bro, I thought like, me just, walking down the street, just hoping nobody blew a hole in my chest was one thing. But like, nah, like nigga, you gotta, every 2 feet, you gotta like monitor to make sure you don't explode. Like that's that's way harder than how I had it, man. Like, and that's everywhere. That's literally everywhere in their country. And they don't have the outlets too, like our country, we're like, oh yeah, we can make it like how Dave Chappelle said. It's like, I went and talked to my high school out in DC, man. This is what I told these kids straight up. If you want to make it out of this ghetto, you got to learn how to run or jump or play basketball or something. Either do that or sell crack. Because, nigga, you are trapped. You are trapped.
Where he from? Is he from Cincinnati?
No, he's from DC. He stay in Cincinnati, though. He got a farm out there and shit nowadays. Yeah. Or something like this. Somewhere in Ohio, though. He's in Ohio.
Shout out to my Bass Boys. That boy came through Dayton, Ohio looking for weed. Yeah. I don't know if he's from Dayton or what, because if you look at his stand-ups, he say some shit about Cincinnati or something.
Yeah.
Him and Mike Epps, but he came through the projects where I used to live at in Dayton, Ohio, and my partners and them told me that he was at the store looking for some motherfucking weed with all this jewelry on. What the fuck? He's a street motherfucker. Yeah. He from the streets.
Yep.
No matter how much money he get, in his heart, he know he want to get off that tour bus and go talk to these people out here with the have-nots.
Yeah, hell yeah.
In his soul, in his heart. And that's where I feel like we connect, like I connect with all of the nobodies. The quote unquote, like the worst of the worst, like the dirtiest of the dirtiest person. Like I will talk to you today.
Yeah.
I probably gonna give you some money if you really need it. And I know you. Some people
fuck it off.
I don't give a fuck if you're gonna put on some dope. Sometimes I'm just gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
Like when I'm at the red light, like I know you do dope, man. I'm locked up with y'all. I know what a dope. To be honest with you, I sold dope, so I know my clientele. I know my customers. You can't look me in my. I know you've been through Army and post-traumatic, but you do dope. I know that when you take this $5, it's going towards a blue or a G or a black. I know this. And I don't care that you're going to do that because whatever make you happy, whatever can keep you going, you're alive right now today. Okay, you might do the dope. You might die. But whatever you choose to do or whatever you choose, whatever how you feel, I can't control that. My heart wants to give you something right now. I don't care. I don't care if you're going to use it. I just want to give you something. If that's what's going to make you happy today, fuck it.
To be honest, brother, I think that's the first thing you and I personally like connected on too. I just knew you had that kind of soul, which is just like you were like not just raised like that, but you already felt in your own heart without anybody telling you that it was already something to abide by in life, which is so like living is giving.
Living is
giving. It's like I was raised to say living is giving. Lend a warm hand to a soul left shivering. Lend a warm hand to a soul left shivering. You know what I mean? Like
lend a warm hand to a soul left.
Because a lot of our souls are left out in the cold, man. Even if like the wind ain't gonna blow, we're still left out in the cold sometimes, man. And I've seen all kind of people like that, man. And it's like it's you see the struggle and you want to help as much as possible. And it's sometimes you can't do that much, but just a little bit might just be all that they need. Because sometimes I'm like overbearing with it. I'm like, nah, don't just take 5, take 20. And they're like, oh, yeah.
Man, listen.
But
it's your heart.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you're doing that, you know for a fact, I could use this on. You ain't even thinking about the gas. You're thinking about the person. Your heart said, fuck my, you know what I'm saying? My everyday struggle, whatever. Yeah. Nah, you need this right now. I'm not even thinking about how much I'm giving you. Like, I see you out here. Like I know maybe deep down inside, you can get a job or whatever but you right here. So I look at it as like, whatever has happened to you has been it's heavy. That shit was heavy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't imagine. Myself, I wouldn't put myself on a corner. But what I'm saying is that the people that's on the corner mentally, whatever has clicked to them. Because I got cousins that one day I'm looking at you and you selling, like you're the top of the line cat in the neighborhood. Everybody love you. And then a few months later, you got gloves on your hand and you're not shaking nobody's hand. You're not having normal conversations. You turn into a person that people is looking at you like you crazy. But a few months ago, people looked at you like a god. Like, I need what you got. We need to come to you today. And I'm looking at that like, if that could happen, if a person, the chemical imbalance, it's like whatever you're going through can be so stressful that it turns you to something else that'll make your brain is on a different dimension.
Yeah. And like you said, trauma-induced, very much so, absolutely.
You said what?
Like you said, trauma-induced, very much so too, yeah.
Traumatic situations change you forever.
Yeah.
Not a week, a month. Like, something serious enough happened to you, depending on the type of person you are, everybody can't take the level of trauma that's happening to them in a normal life. Like, if you every day you hanging with your brother and all of a sudden he just show up missing. You know everybody around you and you just like, what the, like, it's no answer to that. He's just missing and nobody can tell you where he went, how he died, if he's dead, is he alive, who has him, is he being tortured, is he not being tortured, did he just want to leave? Sometimes that'll make a motherfucker go crazy. Like if you was day in, day out. That's like being with your mom and she just up and just leave. People deal with that. People actually literally go to foster homes. One day they mom just up and like, what? My mom is gone?
Yeah.
And now you got a brand new family. They're not even the same skin color as you. They don't even eat the same food as you, wear the same clothes as you. You know what I'm saying? Like that, them type of situations, you either go, it's not easy to be like, let me do the right thing. Let me look at this situation as something that should help you, especially when you're a child or a teenager. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the situations is not, you're not mature enough to deal with the decision making that's forced upon you. And that would lead me to the games and the things that children are being exposed to so young, and they don't understand what they're looking at, what they're playing, what they're dealing with.
Especially with childhood trauma. That's a great point that you brought up too, man, because to a certain extent, there's just like this, like elapsing amount of time that you have that you actually are developing. And if you go through something that is traumatic, the psychosis of the science goes until the age of 7. And if you have some kind of like really life altering and like brain altering and chemical altering like traumatic experience before you're 7 years old, it's like your whole entire like perception of like trust values and what's important in life and like anything that you could actually possibly do to like function normally in society or at least be able to at least pass it off if you're functioning normal is completely thrown out the window. You have to like completely reconstruct your brain and go through like serious trauma induced therapy. And that's, I mean, obviously I'm not going to, go into details about my life, but I had to do that stuff too. And like one of the things that I did in particular was called EMDR. And like when you go through that, you have
What's
like
that?
It's like this therapeutic method where you have these like things that you put on your fingertips, and they're like electric pulse, like it's pulsating electrically, so it like sends like electrical waves in your fingertips, and you do like memory recall. So you're like trying to go back to the experience, and you keep like actually, instead of suppressing it, you keep like reliving through it to the point where like you can actually like deal with it instead of like keep suppressing it or keep doing it. Because it's like, honestly, like a lot of everyone has like their own, like, there's a lot of behavioral science that will suggest and also prove that, like the majority of individuals, like their flight or fight responses is like, and their love language is like being very avoidant of things, right? Or like acts of service or something like that. But if it's like that, then you're like, okay, yeah, if you're going to avoid things too, then obviously like what you're going to do is suppress it instead of deal with it. But like who wants to like deal with something that's that crazy that you want to like relive, like a drive-by, or it's like all the shit that you've been through, you know what I mean? Like all of us been through at some point, and you're like, damn, bro, like I haven't really given it much thought, but like, if I'm going to even attempt to like process this like thoroughly and fully to like the most healthy degree, I have to like keep like recalling like and keep telling myself and remembering what happened to the point like I completely get through it. And with EMDR, that does help. But when you eventually do get through it, that's what's just the hardest thing to get through, because most people would just prefer their whole life to just fucking bottle that shit up, right? Bottle that shit up. But like the worst thing about it too is like that bottle resembles a Molotov cocktail that'll eventually explode. So that's why I always encourage people, like, do the hardest work you can, which is work on yourself. And like sometimes it's you just dig into this like bottomless pit that you can't crawl out of because the walls are muddy and you keep sliding down every time you keep trying to crawl out of it. You know what I mean? And it's
what is EMDR?
EMDR, it's like a electromagnetic like EMD. It's like derogatory remembrance or something like that. I can't remember exactly.
Hesus is brilliant mind.
Oh,
I
yeah.
learned so much from this mind.
Hell yeah. Well, shout out to the comments real quick.
Shout out to the guys I'm drunk.
No, you good, brother. What? We're having some good conversation. This is dope. Hell yeah. Who was that? Kyle Story?
That's
what up?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did I even meet you, bro? I don't think I met. He been following me for over 10 years.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
That's a real fan.
I say fan, but homie kind of like grew up off of some of the shit I seen and talked to me personally and told me that I done helped him through certain situations with his parents, with his life. I don't think I even met this dude personally, but that's that boy right there, bro. Kyle Story.
Shout out Kyle Story right there.
Shout out to fuck Kyle Story, boy. You better take this clip and record that bitch and say that bitch, son, because you know I fuck with you like the long way. I've been fucking with this dude over 10 years, easy.
I can see why he chimed in on the conversation, because if he helped you like that, that's exactly what we're already talking about right now. So hell yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
And then
bro.
Sheila Mooney, amen. Yes, they do. Thank you for tuning in, Sheila. Shout out to you, Jim Max. Said my boo. And Vision
My boy. He said my boo.
It looks like my boo.
I
was
can't
looking at
see
it
it.
too. I was like,
boy.
My boy.
Jimmy
Oh,
Max,
okay.
that's the homie. And Visions, I shared it on my page, so you got a lot of my people.
Okay.
A lot of my people.
Samantha, Tiani.
Thank you for watching.
Yep. And then Rena Jacob Wilson, thank you for watching too. Sorry, we're just catching up on the comments. Yeah. Oh, okay.
My son's mom.
What up? Thank you for tuning in. There we go. And Vision too. Appreciate y'all.
Vision Billions.
Appreciate y'all.
But if I could chime in to what you're talking about.
I'm sorry. Go ahead,
Yes,
brother.
I know we talked about it a lot of times about doing stuff for the homeless people and like reaching back, or like even the acting stuff that we do. Like I always want to, always like turn around and reach back, help someone up, help somebody out.
If you want to get down with us, man, we'll be doing
that.
some more events to
Let's
feed
go.
the homeless and stuff too. Yeah, you're more than
I'm
welcome.
ready.
Absolutely.
I'm all about
I'm
doing stuff
down.
for the homeless.
Come
people,
through with
man.
us,
I've
too.
been so I pray every day, like God bless me so I can bless others every day.
Man,
I gotta get on that.
that's where I'm at.
Yo.
That's the same shit I'm on. 22nd and Country Club.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a park.
Yep. I know exactly.
No, it's not Washington Park. Something else. Huh? But I think that's.
I know exactly what.
I fed every single homeless person in that park one day.
There's that Circle K
You know
right
what I'm
there.
talking
There's that Circle K right there.
I don't think it's a Circle K.
It's like a
It's a
gas
Chevron
station
or
right
Is there
there.
McDonald's across the street, or that's
Nah.
That's
No,
by
that's
Reed Park.
that's Reed.
Park.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's more down this way though.
Coming back.
Yeah.
Bro, I went out there and I had clothes
think
that
it's
I was
6
like,
now.
I had shoes and clothes. I went out there and just took my whole suitcase and just gave it out to motherfuckers. Like,
Hell yeah.
but I ain't gonna lie. Someone was like, man, I don't want them undershirts, but what about them shoes on your
Right.
feet?
Yeah.
You know what?
That's what they be like too.
When I went to go feed the
I don't want
homeless,
that
they asked
cheeseburger. You
for
got that Big
shoes.
Mac? Yeah. I'm like, nigga, shut up.
They asked for shoes and socks. A lot of them asked for shoes and socks when I went out there.
That's what they need.
Yeah.
So we need to cater to
Blankets,
what they
too.
need.
Yep.
We need to get them shoes. They need new socks. They don't want used undershirts.
Thank you,
But,
Samantha.
but
Appreciate
underwear, undershirt, socks. That's something that these cats need. I don't care what they do. I don't care about their addiction. That's not the issue. The issue
Right.
is
Exactly.
that they still out there every day needing this shit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you can give, bro. Like,
I've been on the streets, man. I slept in the fucking dead ass cold winter next to buildings and shit. It fucking sucks, bro. And I can imagine them now in the heat or in the winter. Like, where do they go? What do they do? Stuff no newspapers and shit in their clothes. Like, that's all they got.
damn.
It sucks.
They go in them washes
I was gonna say the
and
wash.
they clothe up. I seen them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care where I live at. I need to know what the homeless is doing. I don't know why.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know why.
Because the epidemic should have been solved.
To be honest, bro, I've been homeless. I was homeless here. I lived in Regal apartments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lived in those hotels right there on the freeway for like 3-4 months.
The shelter hotels.
I went to the shelter and I went in there, and to be honest with you, I was like, I can figure it out better than this.
Right.
I think I can do something. I can figure it out. Like, I went to donating. I was taking that donation money and staying in these hotels and figuring it out, and hustling and talking to people, doing whatever it took to make some kind of money immediately.
Yep.
And I got that little, I got a call center job at VXI in Tucson. And
VXI, yeah, Tucson Boulevard.
they hired me the day
It's
of,
like
bro.
next to the airport.
Right next to the airport.
Yeah.
Right next.
Yeah.
I walked in there. I didn't have no physical I didn't have no physical information to let you know that I was. All I had was an ID. I didn't have no resume. I didn't have nothing physical. I was just like, I'm gonna get this job. I walked in there and they hired me. They was like, they did an interview at 12 noon. At the end of the interview, it was like 1 p.m. They was like, "Can you start today?"
You?
They didn't even drug test.
No, they drug test.
They mouth
swab. Yeah.
But I'm a Listerine type of guy.
Right, yeah.
I went there with the strips, like, don't play with me. I need this. I'm gonna get this. Fuck is you saying? By the end of the interview, it was like, can you start at 6? I'm like, yep. I'll be back,
like,
motherfucker.
Hold on. No, don't even try to no. You motherfucker right here. Hey, you motherfucker. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop. Don't even go there.
I'm not taking no at all for the answer. I stop playing.
I've been like, you said what?
Hey, you read that last comment right there?
You asked me for
that
what?
was for you.
He speaks real life, and the things I've seen him accomplish is amazing. That's beautiful. Absolutely.
Shout out, Samantha.
Thank you, Samantha.
Shout out, Samantha.
That. Yeah. That's the thing, too. You know, we bring like real strong, like dedicated brothers to their craft and their passion in life, too. They got a lot of real stuff to talk about. Exactly.
Yeah.
It goes without saying, too. You know what I mean? It's like,
that's what this show's all about, man.
You know,
giving you guys a voice.
We don't got like a whole gimmick, you know. I'm not gonna say no names, like I said, but some talk shows you go on, it's like they're trying to, trying to get like a rise out of the artists or the guests they bring on, or trying to like make it controversial or something. It's like, bro, we don't need to do all that.
You so raw. We didn't even do a real prep. We just
we just came in this
and freestyle this motherfucker.
We raw dogging this episode. We do. Hey, you know what's funny, bro? All right, so if we can, let's put on the Kirko footage, and then we'll put on your other 2 tracks.
You can do that. Yeah. Actually,
let's see if we
a word from our sponsor real quick.
Oh yeah, let's do. I'm sorry, my bad, Jeremiah too. Let's go ahead and get the sponsor in too, and then we'll run that ad for our sponsor from Pacaw's Wings and Things. Shout out to Jeremiah, been our biggest supporter of this show. Been giving us all the good outlets for not just artists out here too, some of business owners. So always shout out to Jeremiah. He's real good people, like family to us here at Bar Talk. We'll run that real quick.
I need some wings.
We need some wings. Yeah.
I'll give out some wings.
We'll do some.
Hey, what up, everybody? This is D Breezy with Bar Talk TV, and I got the owner here of Pacaw's Wings and Things. So Jeremiah, what sets you apart from all these other wing places out here?
I would say it's my flavors, and not just my flavors, but also how I make them. First things off top is that I do make all my sauces from scratch. So, daily, made to order daily. No sauces get kept overnight, and to me with the chicken wings at the beginning, anybody can drop a chicken wing into some grease or put them on the grill, but to me it's all about the sauce, and my sauces are made from scratch. On top of that, I feel, it's just my flavors, Michelada wings.
Michelada wings?
Michelada wings.
I want to try those.
So Michelada wings, I got the cilantro lime jalapeno wings. I got bacon wrap wings. Birria wings. Birria wings. Yeah, we'll talk about that. The flavor, it's just doing something different that you're not seeing, that you can't get from anywhere else around us right now. So, that's what I feel would set me apart right now from, all these other wing places.
Yeah, I agree. So, Jeremiah, tell us, where can we find these wings at?
Well, I will be partnering up with just one more bar, 6255 East Golfling Street, right across from the base. And with that said, it is going to be 20% military discount as well. Don't have a date set, but as soon as we get that date set, you guys will be the first to know.
Bar Talk TV, y'all.
Thank you, Jeremy.
He's over here going crazy about the michelada wings, bro. Like crazy. They're fire though, I'm telling you. Fire.
So he's based out of Tucson. If anybody want, all right, let's say I'll leave it in the comments. the 10th person that leaves the word wings, I'll give you guys a dozen of free chicken wings tonight.
What?
The word wings. Just type wings. Let me
He's
eat
like,
it. I got you. Let's leave it up to the people.
Yes.
Watching.
Oh yes.
Just write the word wings 10 times. I don't give a fuck. The 10th person I see leaves a comment with the word wings, I'll give you free chicken wings, a dozen chicken wings, and he has a whole selection, so they're pretty amazing. Definitely.
They are amazing. Amazing, man.
Best in Tucson.
They look
Hands
like
down,
it,
best in Tucson. And the way he went about that, like,
those michelada wings.
you know what I'm saying? Everything you go to a wing stop, you go to a wing place anywhere, like it's the same shit, different day every time. This motherfucker's like, nah, man. I got a bunch of alcoholic friends. Let's make some fucking alcoholic ass wings. Let's do it.
Michelada wings.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So,
That's 4. That's 5 right there. Keep on.
Come on, 6. Yeah, 7.
Oh, they got a comment.
Hey, yeah.
They not playing about the weed. What?
2 more. 9.
That's 9. Next one.
Hey, that's
Come
deep.
on, who's it gonna be?
What is it like? How
Next
many
one.
cabinets?
The 10th one. There you go.
10th one.
Samantha.
What's Samantha?
She said Pacao wings.
Yeah,
Samantha won that one.
Samantha, you got
Just,
them wings, girl.
Leave a message on Bar Talk TV LLC page. Just message us, and I'll send you. If you're in Tucson, we can get in contact with you, and I have the certificate for you.
You won,
Samantha. Congratulations.
He's gonna be hitting you up like, "Hey, how are those wings? For real?" I try to slide in the DM.
I
but
want
how the
one.
wings-
Samantha saved me one. You get 9.
Shit.
Nice. All right, so I want to put another one of your music videos if you can.
Yes, you can.
Oh wait, this is the Crickle Bang footage that we got of you. You performed right before Crickle Bangs, right?
I did. Yes, sir.
You lure.
Honesty! Yeah!
I woke up, I fell on my back, feeling like new money. I'm putting on wet, that so get splashed, feeling like tsunami. First time up, I give it that cash, I'm good for ooh. Coming, head so fat, in a new sundress, and I be like, ooh, mommy. Let's get it. Half a juice and pencils on the plane, half a piece of salt and color strings. I just want blue bitches, fuck the fame. I'm a beast, I cannot be contained. I blow so hard, I probably bust a vein. Chance I take it, think that I'm the same. Be in your baby daddy, not the same. I smoke big vibe, smoking half a gram. Jumping out the jet, I'm speeding. Coming out the club with the gun in the beat. I'ma fuck up your party, it's heated. That what they cut me, Lord, damn it. I'm in red phone right now, tell the Snapchat, tell me this cell phone now. I been getting money since I break the flip phone now. Nigga walking around with the little flip phone. I did not give you that. Why you smoking that? I got all this focus back. When I go whooping, I come in back. Like a chop, I need the facts. Son of God, we gon' get the racks. We in the jungle, I feed the pack. Bitch, if you owe me, I need that back. Freaking fly by the time I'm tricking up an apple feet, sticking up the area, double shot of 20 feet. Nigga walk around trying to take up all the funny feet. Set a fade, run, nigga, you can never know to me. What's that? That don't never belong to me. You did not get that from me. Touchdown like I'm playing for the summer league, going so high, I went to sleep. I woke up, I fell in my bag, feeling like, ooh, money. My pussy on wet, then so get splashed, feeling like, ooh, yummy. Yes, I'm up, I get to that cash, I don't give a fuck, ooh, coming. Ass so fat in a new sundress, and I be like, what? I woke up, I fell in my bag, feeling like, ooh, money. My pussy on wet, then so get splashed, feeling like, ooh, coming. Yes, I'm up, I get to that cash, I don't give a fuck, ooh, coming. Ass so fat in a new sundress, and I be like, Tucson, make some motherfucking noise! Yeah. Kurt Cobain's coming out now. I know y'all wait. Hold on. Let me talk to you right quick. I know Kurt Cobain's coming out. Y'all waiting on Kurt Cobain. But y'all need to give me a little bit second. I got a special guest about to come and hit y'all in y'all face. One time.
you guys are.
That shit
That's
was
the girl.
fire.
Hey.
She's a talented individual. Also, we had her on the show before too.
Oh yeah.
Definitely the case.
Nah, Callie is nice.
Yeah, she's very cool.
I actually got her in the show coming up.
Oh yeah?
She performed. Yeah, I got a show coming up. I was gonna let y'all ask me about it.
What's up? Why you holding out? Break out. What the hell?
I ain't gonna mess up the order of this show.
No, come on.
You could spit it now. You got any shows coming up? There you go.
Yes.
I got a show coming up. July 7th. It's gonna be on a Thursday, and it's gonna be at Thunder Canyon Brewery.
Okay.
Brewery.
We work with Thunder Canyon.
Brewery. Yeah, y'all did.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a couple times, yeah.
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
Yep, I got I could tell y'all the artists I got. For sure, I got Callie B is for sure on the roster.
All right.
Obviously I got me. I got a cat named Rilla Mac. I don't know if y'all know who Rilla Mac is, but locally he got a little name for himself. You got Moss the Beast. He out there in Phoenix. You got Just Joe. But I think he got like a prefix to his name. He would have clicked Just Joe. Then you got Reezy. Reezy gonna be on the lineup. You got Top Cat Gangster, female from Phoenix. Then you got Callie B. Then you got B Wall, the Uchis. And then you got Spree the Link, and you got Petro Sunny.
Link. Oh, we just I think he sent in his music one time.
Yeah.
And he was actually in the competition for the $100 in gifts that we were giving out. He
sent
in one song, yeah.
Yeah, he's a hard hitter. He did some jail time. Before jail, he was making a name for himself. You know, when you go to jail, bro, it fucks shit up. It slows shit down.
I think it was over that Tupac song.
Yeah.
I think that one was
yeah. That's him. Yeah. He working.
Very nice. That's awesome. Exciting.
Yes, sir.
Can you say it one more time? When is it gonna be?
It's gonna be July 7th at Thunder Canyon Brewery. Brewery. I'm drunk. That's downtown.
Tequila, y'all.
Yes. That's downtown. Downtown Tucson. It's right behind fucking like
right. Yeah, I know it is.
The Rialto Theater, the street behind it. You know. Yeah.
It's like right down Congress, right on the right side before the bridge.
Right before the bridge.
Yeah.
Yep. So, if you don't know, now you know. Jump on, head out, show support, show some love, have some fun, have some drinks.
Yes.
Know what it is.
So going back to what you were talking about, like Johnny Cash and all the other artists, were those the people that inspire you, or do you have a different inspiration to do your music?
Nah, I learned about Johnny Cash like in my college years. I only learned about Johnny Cash because I was in a recording engineer course class that was called Music History. And my teacher was a white man that taught me about Johnny Cash, and he taught me about Pat Boone. And in my class, they was teaching me about how white artists used to steal from like the black radio station. They had like a black radio station, a white radio station in the 60s and the 50s and the 40s and early. And the white artists would take and go to the black station and listen to the black artists and take their music.
Yeah.
But this white teacher
was Presley.
Elvis Presley's for sure. He stole songs from Little Richard. He stole songs from whoever he stole songs from.
What's the fuck's name? I can't remember right now.
What?
Cadillac Records. That dude,
yeah.
What's his name? Perry.
Fuck.
His name?
You close to it.
Perry or something Perry, right?
Yeah. Oh, so you know some shit.
History lesson, y'all. Bar Talk TV.
Nah, it was some history shit, but they was teaching me about that. But my main influences growing up in the 90s, I would say Outkast was a big influence to me.
Yes, I'm Miss Jackson.
Outkast was huge to me. But by me being born and raised in New Orleans, Cash Money, like Hot Boys, Lil Wayne, BG, all them cats, they was like big influence to not just me but my city, because they was, you know what I mean, they was artists that came from where we came from and made it worldwide. So we was like looking at them. No Limit, Master P, stuff like that. But my personal influences was Outkast, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu. But if you're talking about rap music, it was like I can go down the line like a lot of rappers. It was Jay-Z for sure, Lil Wayne for sure, Nas for sure, Eminem. You can never leave out Eminem.
Yeah.
Eminem,
no, definitely not.
No matter what nobody says, lyrically, he changed how we listen to music. You know what I mean? It's a lot of music that came out after him, but he was one of the ones for sure. Jay-Z, Hot Boys, like I said. Even I can even go later on in my music career. I would say I got influence from Kendrick Lamar.
I love Kendrick. Hell yeah.
Kendrick is crazy.
And J. Cole. Kendrick and J. Cole are like my favorite right now.
See, J. Cole, I wouldn't say I listen to him a lot, but he is influential. I never got a chance to like actually get intimate with his music, but Kendrick, Future, I can go back and forth from conscious rappers to like just trap rappers. I'm influenced by all of them because everybody has a different level of creative influence to the industry, whether it be conscious or just having fun. It's all influential.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I've been influenced by all of them. A lot of cats from New Orleans for sure, but mainly national artists from Atlanta, maybe from California. I got influence from a lot of E40 growing up too. E40.
Yes.
E40.
Yes.
These are the type of artists that change how you look at rap, because E40 came out with like a vocabulary that nobody heard.
Yeah.
I listen to artists that are like very impactful. When I say Kendrick, it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's a few artists that's like unmatchable. And that's the ones who probably influenced me more than the ones who just kind of like ride the wave as we going through time. I like the ones that's more impactful, that change how we look at music compared to the ones who are great. They good, but they don't stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all these artists that you just named, can you say they would be on your, like the playlist that you listen to now? Like if you got in your car right now, what's the track you would play?
Kendrick.
He
got a song called Auntie Diaries.
It's a good song. Real good song.
Before he even released the song, I made a live about sexuality, gender, and it being enforced on kids and how it's changing with society and the LGBT community, and me growing up loving gay people. Like gay people, it's parts of gay people that actually raised me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me to even have any kind of negative, I don't have anything negative towards the culture. I was raised by it in a sense. So that song was like fucking crazy. It was crazy. From his perspective, for him to say that, it's very rare that artists can take and talk about what's going on in society and verbally communicate it to us in a way that we all understand it from a perspective where we respect it and love it, compared to like shun it or be negative towards it. Like, I'm giving you an understanding.
Yeah.
To a point where whether you hate it or love it, you understand what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
open your minds to.
Yeah. That way you don't have the hatred. You understand it so you can love it. because you know what's going on. Like you understand it. This person was raised like this. This person was. It's different, but we can understand to translate to still love each other through that. You know what I'm saying?
You stupid. Not you. Sorry. Peachy Eric.
That's
awesome. Hey Eric, don't be bringing our past up in here. I'm like brainwashed now. I feel like that's the goal though. Like when you're out there and you spitting, you making the music videos, you know, like you trying to reach anybody, let alone everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Eric, jump off this now. Stupid.
Moreno.
He's like a little brother to a little big brother.
How do y'all deal? I gotta use the bathroom. What do y'all do on
Go do you?
I'll put a music video on for you. The next one.
He's like too much tequila. He done almost drank this whole bottle, y'all. The whole motherfucking bottle. Woo! Oh Lord.
We played Life Jacket, Trader Joe. All right, this is the last one.
Oh, pussy ass motherfucker, trash.
From the look in your eyes, I know you want some. I can't even trust you. You been talking behind my back. You done disrespected my family, and now I feel like fuck you. No, I don't care if we was cool in the past. Stay from around me, cause I know you down bad. Baby, I feel like fuck you. No, I can't even trust you. You should've kept it gangster. I should've kept a banger. I be around too many strangers. Can't be safe, be dangerous. Money got these people changing. When you come from oppression, people be broken, be stressed. If I ain't on this rapper blazing, I'm flashing. I'm young and I'm reckless. My cadets gon' gank your nails. That's the struggle we rapping. My niggas, I call it myself. Was slinging a hand with that copy, but still this son you can spit in your car, get melted. Son, so high that I know that you feel it. No, I'm not selfish, pepper deal, not on 30 get special. I can depend on a lot of respect, but I know that good luck can protect me. That's the heaven of all of my soldiers. I don't know if America notice that the government keeping us focused on that bullshit away from the sources. From the look in your eyes, I know you want some. I can't even trust you. You been talking behind my back. You done disrespected my family, and now I feel like fuck you. No, I don't care if we was cool in the past. Stay from around me, cause I know you down bad. Baby, I feel like fuck you. No, I can't even trust you. Oh, huh. Man down, jumped off of that boat. When I'm in that water, I float you with shock or a minnow. When it's just a minnow, I cut it like finno. I know that I'm dope. I used to back up in trailers right after Katrina. No FEMA did not give me hope. Guess I possessive, you pieces of coke. I just strip your head fiends, leaning like a slope. I was running low, I couldn't cover from a cut that had the girl on the corner, gonna set it still buzzing. Wasn't that exposure, but I could've stopped buzzing. I was out here thugging to the booty, motherfucker. Running with kids that grew up, never having nothing. Giving my uncle the right that wanna read and know me. But sin it was bad, nobody got it tatted on me. It was hard to be humble, the bread, but if it ain't honey. Pistol red cock up for hitting my stab. Cracking that cigarette box in that bag. Glock on my hip with that instant dick mag. Knew I was wrong, I'ma saving my ass. Then I want my mama to come and identify me was a girl who's that up in that back. Before you come and get more better day for you act, cause you know that I'm not better lack. From the look in your eyes, I know you want some. I can't even trust you. You been talking behind my back. You done disrespected my family, and now I feel like fuck you. No, I don't care if we was cool in the past. Stay from around me, cause I know you down bad. Baby, I feel like fuck you. No, I can't even trust you.
Great, man.
Awesome, y'all. That was Trust You by Hesus the God right there. We'll take a little intermission real quick just because he's using the restroom. Real quick. We do best here at Bar Talk, which is give our guests a lot of drink and know whatever they want to do. So bam, perfect. Yeah, he's like, you know what, y'all, I gotta use the restroom real quick. I was like, yep.
He's in there saying, I'm about to go back to Bar Talk TV, y'all.
Back to Bar Talk. He's like, I'm gonna need a.
We need a weed talk.
So I'm gonna need to go. I'm gonna need
real
to.
slow. I'm down. Shit, let's do it.
Oh, cool.
It is a clean track, right? This
shout out to Anna the Boss too.
talented.
That's like another one out here too. That's gonna be, putting all kinds of different chronic infused. You wanna do some chronic infusions, y'all? Hit up Anna the Boss. Bam, bam. Absolutely. So that track was dope. Yeah. And the cool thing was too, so we just showed you guys the exclusive footage a second ago of Jesus the God performing at the Kurt Cobain show. He went on right before Kurt Cobain went on too, and that was, oh man, the coolest thing we got to witness. Absolutely. Bam, bam. He's back from outer space. I just walked in, found to hear what that's that look upon your face. I should have changed that stupid lie. I should have made you lay the key. About what I thought about for 1 second. You'll be back to bother me. Go on now, go. Sip that Patron. No.
Drink the whole motherfucking bottle. It's all right.
That was Gladys Knight. No,
that and the pips.
Shit.
Oh shit.
That last track we just put on was called Trust You by Hesus the God.
You put that on?
Yeah, we just put that on in the intermission. Absolutely. But yeah, I was going to point that out too, bro. So you're at the Kirko show performing. That was cool that we got that exclusive footage. You got to see that finally. You're literally the first person to see that too. So excited for everyone here at Bar Talk. Yeah. Release that information at all. None of that footage. We got it exclusively for you on this episode. So that was a surprise we wanted to give to Jesus tonight. I know I mentioned that at the beginning of the show, like, hey, we got a surprise for y'all, some exclusive footage. But yeah, that was cool. I can't wait to run that back and see that. Bam.
Yes.
You killed that show, bro, and you're killing it absolutely as it is too, man.
In life in general, I was watching this man freaking in a tent at the ocean the other day. Like, good for you, but fuck you. I hate you a little, you know? Yeah. Like, damn.
I'm envious, motherfucker.
I'm over here like, my face is melting.
Envious.
And he's living life like real good.
Shout out to Santa Monica Beach.
Oh, that's what you said? Okay.
I was at Santa Monica.
Dope. Okay, hell yeah.
Beautiful Santa Monica.
Santa
Did you watch the pier?
Just to use the bathroom.
More tequila, y'all.
Yeah, a little bit of bar talk out there at Santa Monica. Yep.
I was in the trunk making drinks for him and shit.
Right, yeah. You're over there like, hey, man, you want some tahini all the way out here in Santa Monica?
Tahini or salt? What's it going to be this time?
Para Santa Monica, some
You'd be
tahini?
surprised. They do that in fucking Cali too. Tahini,
oh, you already know. So we talked about this. All right, so and I'm from San Diego. Bro, their Mexican food out there is like,
the fucking taco stands is crazy.
Okay. So you know. Okay, you're right, bro. Boy. There's shit out there. They got California burritos. They don't do that kind of shit. They do now, but back then was not like that. The whole California burrito thing, we had our Arizona burrito. And then we're like, oh, yeah, whoop to whoop. We're not going to fuck with your shit. You're not going to fuck with our shit. It was like this whole thing, I guess, between like Mexicans. Because coming out here to Tucson,
Brandy.
I was like, no, I'm like, my mom's Mexican. So I'm like black and Mexican from San Diego. And they're like, oh, yeah, well, you guys got burritos out there that we don't do. And made it this whole thing. I'm like, y'all really trying to pump this beef between burritos out here. Like, yo, these motherfuckers, like, this ain't, I'm not talking carne asada beef. I'm talking like some street beef. They're like, you can't have no California burrito in no motherfucking Arizona. Motherfucker.
Oh, no.
Get that shit off your menu right the fuck now. And I was like, yo, that shit is real. That was real. Shit was so real, bro. I was like, I can't even believe y'all really about your burritos.
Right.
But no, it's so like they take pride in it, right? Just like with our music too. It's like they couldn't do like a knockoff song of like, I don't know, the last track we played, like Trust You. They couldn't be like making a song called Trust Me. You know what I mean? Like, no, nigga, I made Trust You. You can't make Trust Me. Like, fuck that shit. Like,
real quick, shout out Sensei Sai jumped on.
Sensei Sai, what up?
Brandy.
To sum up what I said, stop biting our shit. Stop biting our shit out here. Don't be biting my shit.
Jumped on in the food department.
It ain't a weed talk.
Yep, yeah. Someone blow a
You
bong.
need a weed talk.
Someone blow a bong rip in the face of somebody that's mad, and so like, what was he fighting about?
I don't even know. It don't even matter no more.
Brandy Smith says she don't know how this works.
You know how this works? You know what? You out to Cali, you already know. Like, they'll be saying that shit up and down the boardwalk. They'll be like, non-disclosure agreement. Don't be talking about a California.
What's up, Sheila Mooney? That's somebody.
Sheila Mooney. I'm gonna use restroom actually real quick too. Yeah. Take away with the question. The only questions that we really do have, brother, like I said, we're freestyling tonight. But I think one of the other questions too is like one of the last questions that we actually do have is for all the aspiring rappers, musicians, singers, songwriters out there, what advice would you give them to everyone that wants to be like in your position too as like an artist? What advice would you give them?
Artists.
Bam. I'm gonna use restroom.
Marketing and promotion. If you want to be notarized or you want to have notoriety, you want to be seen, you want to be respected, you want to be paid attention to for whatever you're doing. Marketing is the basis of it because
take the time.
Yeah,
Do it.
Yeah, you have to. Social media has taken over.
That's it.
To the point where there's so many artists that's growing every day that's hungry, that want to get whatever video, song, whatever they want to get out there, everybody is hungry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's people that's not scared to pay for internet promotion. Like when Facebook, when you post a video, they ask you if you want to like
boost. Do you want to boost? $5 boost. $10.
It's people that's paying $300, $400, $1,000 to boost their shit, and that's who you compete with.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you're competing with. So once you understand marketing, if you want to get your music out there, you have to master how you market. I'm not saying
at the end of the day, when you go for a job, you got to buy a uniform. You got to invest in the new job.
Facts.
So when you go in to try to make something of yourself, you got to invest in you, y'all. Invest in you. Put it out there. Invest. Boost yourself. Invest. Like, you have support from your team, but you want support from their team, and then the team you don't even know. But you can't get it.
She talking shit.
You got to boost and boost and boost. I tell you, you want to make it, it's what you got to do.
She just said it. I mean, that's a fact because that's a fact. Like, if you think about the number one artists right now, they are paying for promotion.
That's it.
I don't care who you're talking about. They're paying for a public relations firm or marketing firm to get them out there to the masses, to millions and billions of people. And that's the engine. If you ever heard artists talk about, I need an engine, the engine is their distribution company that put hundreds and thousands of dollars in the marketing behind the biggest artists that you know. It could be J-Lo, it could be Pat Boone. I say Pat Boone. Is he even? I could say what's that country guy? What's the main country guy right now?
Hold on, let's let it work.
Country. You talking about Chris Stapleton?
No.
Ooh. Who would it be then? So I was thinking Chris Stapleton.
While he's thinking about it, I want to shout out my godson, KB and Lamont, 18 years old.
What up? Oh, happy birthday.
This young man is fire with his music. I do hope to bring him on, introduce him to some of y'all. KB and Lamont.
KB and Lamont.
Man, he's a child. Like, he started this so young and he's so fucking good at it. Like, this kid is amazing. He goes by McLovin. Here, I got you.
I got a file.
Okay. Y'all McLovins up there.
I like finding talent like this.
I'm telling you, it's fire.
This
This is the key.
Look, Kavian, he's trying to look for you. Share your shit.
There's some diamonds in the rough out here in Tucson, man, and it's
Right.
a mecca. It's a mecca for different, like, just Sonoran desert diamonds in the rough out here, yo.
Share it, bro.
They sleeping. They sleeping on the West Coast only because it's still being
The Southwest, yeah.
Bro, the Southwest is the fastest. Tucson was the fastest growing city when I moved.
Yeah, it's like the most hyper accelerated.
Y'all don't know what y'all live in. I've never been in a city that have 1.5 million people and is still considered a small city. Yeah. It's not no fucking small city, boy. I've never been in a city that got a fucking fries on every corner. Stop playing with me, boy. From the east side to the west side to the south side to the north side. This is a city that's untapped.
Yeah, it is, man.
It's like a city that nobody knows about they need to know about.
Yeah, for real.
It's scary. Everybody named Mo know about Phoenix. You know about the Suns. You know what I'm saying?
All the neighboring cities that even like have any type of headway with how big of the populace is too. That's funny that you bring that up too. So the populace, all right. So you got Tucson, Arizona. Within the confines of the city limits, 500,000 people. Everything else included, like the outskirts, so technically that'd be like Oro Valley, Green Valley, even South Tucson, etc. All that included is 1.5 million people. And that's crazy to think about. Crazy. Because there's so many people here, and within the confines of just the city limits, like I said, in just Tucson in general, is only 65 miles.
What?
Everything, yeah. That's crazy, right? I was just breaking it down. So
no, it's not. That's big, my guy.
No, that's within Tucson city limits. So Tucson is 500,000 people. Everything on the outskirts, including like Oro Valley, Green Valley, South Tucson, everything. Marana, 1.5 million. Another million on top of that. So that was like 250 miles. Yeah, circumference. Yeah.
Okay.
I only know these numbers because I do event coordination too. So I have to know like what your like population like general ratio is if you're going to be like bringing big artists out here. Because I work with some big artists, bro. I work for Buckhead Entertainment. They're in association with Grand Hustle Records, CI's record label. And we brought Russell Simmons' son out here when I was like 21, bro. This is like 10 years ago. Yeah. And I had this big guy I was working with. Shout out to Dale Nicholas. That's who I was working with. Yeah. You know Dale? Dale Nicholas. He owned like Mansion, Elon, and all these other companies where they were bringing like Common out to do spoken word at their company. Bro, I'm telling you, bro. You as soon as we'll link up because you know all these people. We brought Russell Simmons out here to fucking Russell Simmons' son. Yeah, 14, bro. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. This was at Club H2O and shit downtown.
Yeah.
So that's funny. We probably met before we actually worked together in 2018. Nigga.
I did my
Excuse my language, y'all. That was the shit I was putting on, bro. I was the event coordinator, PR, public relations, fucking booking agent for all that shit. I was working with, yeah.
He sent you his Spotify.
You probably, all right. So back then I had a fro. So that's probably why we didn't recognize each other because nigga I had some hair and shit back then. Yeah. I was doing like fucking, I was bringing big artists out here. But no, we'll link too, bro, because so here's even a lesser known thing. I mentioned on the show a couple of times, and we've played my brother's music. We'll get you in the running too for our music reviews too, for $100 cash prize and all this other stuff.
Oh yeah.
So we'll do the music reviews on Saturday. We'll put you in the rotation. We got you covered.
Definitely.
But no, so my older brother, he's not in the contest. He's not one of the contestants, but we played his music on the show. And he worked with Lil Wayne. He went on the fucking Arizona or the America's Most Wanted tour with him back in like 2000, I think like 12 or some shit.
My bad.
No, you're good. You're good. I appreciate you checking in.
Jumped on the line.
But no, so he went on the America's Most Wanted tour. It was like he shared a bunk with 2 Chainz, like all this shit, bro. We'll plug you in. It's really dope that we've got our own connections. You've got your own connections. You're from the fucking frontline streets of Nolens, bro. Like Nolens, man.
I like the tourists say that. I like to hear
Nolens.
When you from here, you say New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah. See,
yeah, New Orleans, yeah.
New Orleans.
That's some out of town shit, huh? Just to set the record straight, because I be saying that shit. I'm like Nolens, right? And you're like, nigga, you sound like one of them.
Hottest Humphrey.
You
What's
sound
up,
like
bro?
you sound like you wearing a bucket hat and some motherfucking fanny pack. You sound like you got a bucket hat and a fanny pack on, nigga. Talking like that.
Check my fanny pack.
I just
My
pull up
fanny
on you
pack.
like, hi guys.
Your new song, check my
No,
fanny
it's-
pack.
check my
Mm-mm.
That's
Hurry up.
comedy. Hell yeah.
Good times, good times.
All right, so he said I'm the one. So perfect. We'll link y'all up. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We'll
KBN,
definitely link y'all
hit
up,
me
man.
up. We will throw you on the show, put your name out there, put your music out there. I know personally how fire you are, how young you are.
Yes.
It's pretty amazing. Like, I'm all about it.
Motherfuckers at Club H2O. Damn.
Yeah, that's back in the day. That shit ain't even. That's cool. Shout out to all them. But back we were doing some shows.
Excuse me, your age is showing. your age is showing, bruh. Yeah.
No, for real. Everybody knows those days. Zen Rock, Sapphire, Club H2O, all that. You already know.
Zen Rock.
You remember back
when I first
came
moved
out
here,
here,
Wildcat House.
popping, boy.
It was.
Playground. I don't know.
Tell him.
H2O is
Tell
fucking
him.
ringing bells to me.
Tell him. No, because I was right there on Congress. It was next to like Elliot's on Congress, and then the screening. was
Okay.
right there.
Yep.
You go down.
Yep.
It's one door down from
Not
there,
by
right there.
Cobras. Before,
No, it is before. Yeah.
before Cobras.
So Cobra, I'm sorry, my bad.
I know what you're talking about.
Congress and Scott Avenue. That's Cobra Arcade
Yeah.
Bar. Before that, if you go a little bit east on Congress, that's
Yep.
fucking H2O and shit right there. Yep.
I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Like,
what
been
you're
there,
talking
done
about.
that.
Wait.
Yep.
We were running all kind of shit.
That
out
was
here,
bigger
man.
than me when I first came. I was like, okay, y'all turn it up a little too solid,
We were
too
doing
solid.
some big artists
Y'all
out
fucking
here, man.
surprised me.
I brought some really big artists out here, man. Mystic Roots we had come out here, and that was
Yeah,
actually,
Ritz?
so that was like 10 years ago. I worked with Jamar on that show. I actually hired Jamar as the DJ for that show. That's how I met
For
Jamar.
Ritz?
It was me hiring him.
DJ Jamar,
Ritz.
yup.
Yes, you already know. You already fucking
Ritz
know.
is huge.
That's
man.
before he was big, bro. I'm telling you, this was like his fucking
Ritz.
like, bro, like this was like super
What
early
year was it?
stages. This was like 2012, I want to say, because this was like 10 years ago. I was 21, like I said.
You got him right before he,
Bro,
yeah.
like before he went on his whole tip where he was getting big.
He was a
Ritz the
motherfucker.
rapper, by the way, if y'all ain't heard, Ritz is the shit. My
Yes.
fiance's
If y'all
probably
ain't
out there
heard,
right now,
he
like
is.
probably just like Ritz. Oh my God. She listens. She got
He
him on
big
a
as
fucking
shit out here.
playlist. Yeah,
He
she got
big
a
shit out here, fam.
bro. I'm-
Rich big. Like you on the West Coast, you ain't heard about Rich.
Yeah.
Something wrong.
Talking about artist signed with Strange, right? Yeah. So Rich is
Nah,
signed.
Strange is probably the. I want to say one of
What
the
is
biggest
Rich?
labels out here.
What is Rich signed with? Strange, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I thought.
Yes.
Strange music.
Strange.
Rich
Yeah.
been with
Oh,
Strange.
Rich
Fire.
is
Top
for
Tech
sure
9
Strange.
some tech.
But no, that's the
Tucson
other cool
Love
thing.
Tech.
We
Yeah,
do. I gotta say,
will sell out
Tucson loves us some
Been to, like,
tech.
fucking
We
probably
love
4 or
us some
5
strange
Tech Nine
music.
Sell out every time.
Yeah,
Every
most people
time.
It's
don't
not a
know.
show you don't sell.
All the juggalos come out, bro, and it's like crazy because
I didn't even know he was connected. When I actually went to a Tech 9 show, I experienced his full being on the West Coast. You're gonna see who really follows him compared to like the pole. When you go East Coast, they're like kind of fake, like they hype following. They following off of his name being big.
They don't really
now
fuck with
East
him,
followers been following him since like a long ass
first
time,
fucking
fam.
Tex albums. I'm talking like wicked. Now it's on.
Yeah.
I murder your whole city.
Now they showed
Nigga
me
like
that
Frank
here.
Nitty is a city. Yeah. No, he puts
Fresno,
on,
California, like he's a West Coast artist, but
yeah,
he's just big. When you know what he got, when you talk to actual fans, they have a playlist, like an actual history behind him. I learned that about him. Like he been doing this shit for longer than like 20 plus years. Dog.
Yeah, man.
That's deep.
He really is an OG like that. And the cool
That's
thing is
deep
too, man.
as
All of
fuck.
us in the game right now too. It's like we're kind of getting the baton pass. You know, maybe it's indirectly or not, but like that's kind of the stage that we're at now.
Yeah.
Because we're getting to be like where we're taking their place as like the older cast. We're not the youngins no more. We're on the borderline. We're on the cusp. I'll put it like that. We're on the cusp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
But you know what I'm
babies.
talking about. Exactly.
Y'all border babies.
Yep.
That's what they call you.
We on
the border babies.
We babies on the border. Trump hates us, baby. No, I'm just playing.
That's
you want to get into that?
That don't hurt nobody.
I'm just playing.
We a bunch of mutts, though. I'll tell you what. That's one thing. A lot of us is a bunch of mutts. We ain't just.
But we
brown, but we a whole lot of different brown. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Puerto Rican, Mexican, Dominican.
We're border brown.
No, the Mexicans show me, bro. They really have a level.
We got
of.
Mexicans out here, bro. You'll see this all day. Brown. I ain't trying to throw it up. But
I love it.
I'm just saying, you're like brown all day behind.
Hey, bro, I love to see togetherness.
Yeah.
So when people like know how to be together, yeah, bro.
I am.
Be like, yeah, bro.
I am.
They showed me like
deep in the streets back in the day.
I was a fucking hooligan back then. I was
a hooligan.
I'm fucking Mexican and black, and all these Mexicans fucking hate my ass because I'm fucking mulatto. You know?
I don't know fucking why.
Like,
shout out 36 in motherfucking Park, man.
36th Street.
Yeah, man, I fuck with my south.
Ooh, man. They on now.
I know my north side is just like, what the fuck is it? I fuck with all y'all, motherfucker. I fuck with. I'm not.
All y'all north siders out
I
here.
used to be a little brown rag Sureña, fucking
Sureña.
living on 36th
There you
Street.
go. Yeah.
That was it. Like,
Man,
but rolling on 36th Street, and I respected them. They respected me. It was a cool.
They got a family.
It was
a family. I
that
like that
was
family.
it. It was always a family
all my
thing,
girlfriends
all
in high
the way
school were
around.
Latinas for a reason.
Facts, bro.
Shout out to Arlene. No,
nah, bro. I've been here long enough to know, like, yeah, boy.
It's really like that out here, man. That's what we were talking about earlier too, man. About just the Latin influence out here. You can't deny because we're so close to the border of Mexico. Matter of fact, we're the biggest city with the biggest populace. That's the closest to the border in the entire southwest region of this country. So we got a lot of shit going on out here.
Nah,
bro.
I believe you.
Biggest city, closest to the border. We're less than 4 hours away. Bro, and I'm telling you, I'll take you out to Puerto Peñasco. My uncle is a huge real estate.
Come on, let's go.
We'll do it, bro.
Bring me. Stop playing with me.
Bro, that's not even an invitation. That's a promise, my nigga. That's not an invitation. That's a promise. I got you, bro. I fucking got you.
Let's go.
It's gonna be fun.
Let's go.
This summer is the perfect
I think
time.
my
So what do I
bartending
need?
done
Do I need a
kicked in.
passport?
Yeah, my bartending done kicked
Not
in.
in Mexico. They don't give rats.
Man, y'all not understanding. Y'all got. I love Mexico. I don't care about the stigma, fam.
Mixed breeds.
I've been to Pima County. Let me explain to you something.
Go ahead.
In the body.
Chicanos and Pisces. Let me say something.
You gotta decide.
Because
When you locked up, I've been locked
decide.
up. Yep.
I prove that I'm transcendent. I fucked with the Chicanos and the Pisces when I was in Pima County.
Pisces.
They both They both showed me love equally. Like, I understand that they had their own thing going on, but I respected that.
It is a separation, but
I respected it, but they fucked with me so heavy. Like, they dealt with me like I damn near was a Isa.
If that don't tell you something about this man, y'all, like anybody from the streets should know, like,
Or that
it's real hard to get that kind of respect,
bro.
that kind of loyalty, especially
in
in
the
lockdown.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
If
But
when
like,
I walked in the door,
you
it was
got
like
browns,
paperwork, fam.
two different types of browns respecting you
It
and
wasn't
loving on
playing,
you.
that motherfucker.
These
That's a whole
motherfuckers,
respect.
It wasn't playing.
Well, they run up on you real quick too. Yeah.
Fam,
They
they run Mexicans. I don't care if you price such a. They run the prison system in the West Coast.
Yeah, they do.
Facts. It's not a question.
Confess.
It's not a debate. It's either Paisa or Chicano in the prison system.
That's it.
No, it's just a fact, bro. I even though I spent like a little 3 months, that's not nothing to be proud of, but I understand jail, I understand politics. When you're on the West Coast, you're definitely dealing with Hispanics run the prison system. They run the streets too. I'm not here to do that, but for sure the Mexicans run the shit. Like,
for real,
it
no way
is
around
what it is, yo.
Especially if you want to talk about like fucking cartels, like that's even a whole nother level. But for sure, like This is, and I appreciate culture. I love culture.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
when I see unity, I fall in love with it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if, and I heard stories about whatever they say they don't. I've heard people say they don't like black people. That's not the experience I got. That's not the experience I get, man.
Yeah.
I lived on 12th in Utah.
Okay.
Boys
yeah.
love me over there, boy.
Yep.
Them Mexicans love me
Let
over
me
there.
tell you
fam.
something. I grew up in the hood, south, in the streets, brown pride, Sutrese, you name it.
Yeah.
Mafiosos. All the daddies
Yeah.
were mafiosos. Like
She said Sutrese.
we were
Yeah.
somebody.
Crazy.
Barrio
This is
Locos,
the-
it is what it was.
MS-13s, all
Like,
that shit.
for real,
Crazy,
East
man.
Riders, but
They run that shit in the jail, man.
like and
MS-13
back
is
then
the
we
They
like
run it.
we ran that shit here. But one thing about the Browns, the Mexicans, it doesn't matter. It don't matter if you white. It don't matter if you black. Like, it's a respect thing. It's a level of respect at the end of the day, because we're a family.
Exactly.
We're a family that we chose. Like, you know what I mean? There's
It's like
your
a
family,
growing
your
family.
blood, and there's the family you chose to be family. And anybody outside of that, like, if you come with respect, you hold yourself with respect, you uptight respect, you get nothing but respect, and that's it.
Facts.
Bottom of the day, like, that's it. End of the day.
Damn. Nah, see, yep.
She know.
That's what it is,
She
bro.
know.
It is. That's
She
what
know.
it is right here.
I
That's
do.
what it is right here. Yep. Exactly.
I do.
That's what it was. That's what
it.
I experienced. I didn't
That's
even know
it.
somebody told me. I was in there. It was like, nah, respect. That's why I know, like, something spiritually, like black people and Mexican people got something. There's some kind of connection. I don't know what it is.
It's like I said earlier about subgenres, but it's a sub race too, because like Latin descents basically are just the Spaniards during like the transatlantic slave trade, right? And they dropped off Africans
You
here.
smart motherfucker.
I read a lot.
You are extremely smart, bro.
I just
You just said
You book
deep.
smart, I'm street smart. Sorry.
Like you
I need another drink, y'all. I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely.
When the bartender is the host. I'll be right back.
Hey, bro.
Just tending the bar over here, absolutely.
Wait,
Well, yeah,
what you
so
just said about the
the transatlantic slave trade. So
Bruh.
basically, just like the Spaniards were in on it, right? Because Spaniards were also like conquerors, also and colonialists, as well as like white colonialism, right? So therefore, like when it was like Europe that was conquering stuff, like Spain was part of Europe that was conquering things too. So like whenever like Africans were taken from their homelands and then made like slaves, it was like a lot of Africans were dropped off in like Central America. So that's like the Panama Canal right there, all that shit, bro. And that's where Mexicans and like Latins became fucking Mexicans. Haitians became Haitians because they're black folk. You seen Haitian motherfuckers? You already know you seen Haitian, nigga. You from New Orleans. Like,
come on, man.
You seen them, bro. Like, they're dark skinned, but they're like
Come on,
fucking,
man.
they got Latin descents too. Like, you already know. Because like in New Orleans, correct me if I'm wrong, but y'all got like a lot of Spanish speaking motherfuckers too. Puerto Ricans. You already know, right? Like
Mid City. Whoever watching this, y'all from New Orleans, y'all know Mid City ain't nothing but light skinned New
Tell 'em,
Orleans,
bro.
Mexican, Spanish.
Tell 'em, bro.
Who? Somebody comment, bro. If y'all from New Orleans, talk about Mid City and the Fort Wall and the
if
Fifth
y'all
Wall.
know,
and
if y'all
boys.
been through there, just let us know because you already know. Like what I'm talking about, it's
Bro,
like,
you
that's
fat.
the shit. Yeah, that's the shit.
I don't know
bro.
if you know what you talking about.
Just read history books. That's it. I've never
Nah.
been to New Orleans at all, but like I know, like
Yes, you talking some shit. I grew up with these people. Like, I be looking at niggas like you light skinned, but your daddy, we be like, boy, you Spanish. You come from a Spanish.
Spanish as fuck, right?
But in
Spaniards,
reality,
bro.
that's
They're
real.
fucking Spaniards.
We
Like,
joking, but they for real.
from
Daddies
fucking
be like,
España, bro.
yeah. Man, with my Chad. It's my partner. I went to high school with Chad.
What up? Where you at?
I know
Oh,
he
I
got.
see him right here. Okay.
He got Creole in his family. My
Oh.
partner Chad. I don't know if he in the comments or not. He got Creole in his family. That Creole shit is like Spanish,
That's
French.
like Central also, yeah.
Yes, a Spanish
That's
French
like Central
mix.
also, yeah.
Oh God, that boy talking facts right now, dog.
That's that Central also, bro. No, yeah, that's what we were saying too. What do you
That
need?
shit crazy.
What do you need the fucking? Oh, hold on. She needs the fucking.
Can you use the bathroom?
No, she needs this fucking to make some fucking drinks here. You use this.
Yeah, thank you so much. I do need that, but I need to go.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. So Creole too, if I remember correctly, so that's like Central America also. So you've got like, let's see here. So you've got like Hades and then Panama. That's where, so my fiance that you met, she's Hawaiian. Her dad is full on Panamanian, bro. Like he's got a Panamanian accent.
What you about to say about Central America?
Central America just from Creole, like you were saying. Yeah. Like Creolian motherfucker, bro. But they know what's up though too. They're the people that like when white people come and tour through, they're like, y'all owe us our fucking land back. They say that to them. I've seen that like the behind the scenes interviews and shit. They're like, no, like our fucking land, and that's dope.
You watch ATL? I've ever seen the show ATL. Say, bro. Shout out to Childish Gambino.
I've been trying to get on that show, bro. I'm not gonna lie, as an actor, yeah, because I've been trying to go to Atlanta, bro. If we go to Atlanta, I'm telling you, I've got a lot of connections out there, bro, with like my modeling people and shit. Like Atlanta's where they just saw Ozark out there, like Jason Bateman, like that whole show. Atlanta? All in Atlanta. None of it was in Missouri.
Ozark is shot in Atlanta.
All of it, all 4 seasons shot in Atlanta. Not even
Ozark is shot in Atlanta.
The plot takes place in Missouri. And I say Missouri because I was in East St. Louis, like that's closer to Missouri.
Samantha said, "Hi, I'm back."
What up?
I had a phone call.
Oh, what up, Samantha? Yeah. No, we still doing our thing out here. Absolutely. We got another track too to play with Hesus, the God that came, my boy Hardesty. And I was gonna tell you, bro. All right, so everybody that's been watching too. So all right, so I was in the crowd and Hardesty too right here. I'm like holding the camera, and he comes up right close. I'm like, why don't more rappers fucking do this? That's the best like footage you get is when you're like, you have facing the camera. That reminded me of like when Shine and like Exhibit, everybody was big back on the fucking East Coast.
Yeah.
The rap was hip hop, then the golden era was really popping off. You did that shit. You brought that kind of energy to the table, which is like, we're gonna tackle the stage, we're gonna assault and batter the stage, like all that. You know what I mean? You brought that, and then we ran that footage, and I was like, that was me holding the camera. And I was like, fuck, I fucking love this guy.
That was you, man. That fucked me up.
Dang, that was me holding the camera. Yeah, because I was like,
grimy, bro. You do all kind of fucking roles, fam.
Bro, yeah, I do like first camera operator for the company. I do like PR public relations. I'm president of client relations for the company also, and then we're all partnered together. So
you're the fucking president of client relations.
Yeah, that's why I brought you on the show. Absolutely,
come on, fam. Yeah. What you want?
Woo.
Can I get that? Hey.
I'm sipping. Yeah.
What you sipping?
I'm with y'all over here. Yeah.
You want some what? Patron?
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down.
Let's go.
We're gonna take a quick. Let's play this track, and then we're gonna take an intermission too with this track real quick, y'all. Let's put this on.
Take an intermission.
Share video file. I'm gonna play your last one, the third one, right? Did y'all play the Trader Joe's?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool. We're gonna put that on. Damn.
We could talk about that.
Larry fucking beats, nigga. Ooh. Pull up to Trader Joe's and I told him to pull up to Trader Joe's. I used to steal out Martin Lowe's, now I'm smoking, I runs out the cookie stove. I know what it feel like to make some goals, but I know what the bottom feel like it's cold. Feeling out energy for some soul. I thank the Lord I ain't done no more. Pull up to Trader Joe's and I told him to pull up to Trader Joe's. I used to steal out Martin Lowe's, now I'm smoking, I runs out the cookie stove. I know what it feel like to make some goals, but I know what the bottom feel like it's cold. Feeling out energy for some soul. I thank the Lord I ain't done no more. Said I took the chance. While you had your hand out, had to run up my bands. Bitch, I'm a man now. I was in middle school. I was a class clown. I don't wanna talk to you if you not a cash guy. Last winter, I was donating plasma, scraping, change up for tobacco, getting locked up in accounting. Baby mama tried to clown me, son. I felt like I was drowning. That child support like a bounty. I once was lost, now I found me. Now I know why can't you be happy for me for once? That's why I smoke me a lot of blunts. What you said to me hurt me an anger front, but that's why I keep counting these hundreds up. They tried to kick me when I was down. Try to resent me cause of my crown, but I'm resembling Jesus Christ when I'm resurrecting up from the ground. Put up to Trader Joe's and I told him to pull up to Trader Joe's. I used to steal out with Martin Lowe's, now I'm smoking up runs out the cookie stove. I know what it feel like to mix some goals, but I know at the bottom feel like it's cold. Feeling out energy for some soul. I think the Lord I ain't there no more. Pull up to Trader Joe's and I told him to pull up to Trader Joe's. I used to steal out with Martin Lowe's, now I'm smoking out runs out the cookie stove. I know what it feel like to mix some goals, but I know at the bottom feel like it's cold. Feeling out energy for some soul. I think the Lord I ain't there no more. Yeah.
Larry fucking beats, nigga.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the tequila going right through you? Patron?
The motherfucking Patron. Pat and Ron.
Damn, where'd that bottle go? You almost done with it?
They jacked me.
Shit. You almost killed that shit yourself.
Almost.
Yeah, Patron's the best, man. Shit.
Top shelf.
Top shelf, top shelf.
Sheila, she said hello. Is anybody out there?
What up, what up?
Oh, the comments?
Yeah.
Hello, anybody out there?
Hey, Sheila.
There she is.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna serve up everybody's
Hey.
drinks, and I'll be right here to light this bitch up.
So what? Like, how many songs have you made?
Trader Joe's into how many songs?
Yeah.
I don't know, fam. Probably. You mean like put out or just
out,
created?
Yeah. Put out, like, you know,
put out.
went in the studio and like actually recorded it.
Probably close to 100.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Wow. Shit.
You got a favorite one out of all of them?
Well, as far as putting out like videos or just iTunes, because I got more songs on iTunes and Spotify than I got videos.
Right.
So I got about 3 projects.
Total.
Let's see, about 3 projects. So
like 3 albums?
Yeah, 3 albums.
3 albums. Okay.
3 albums for sure. And each project probably got like 16 songs on it.
What's your favorite song? What hits the deepest, honestly? Real shit.
That's a good question, man.
Hey, guy, you got serious right now. Shit on.
That's a good question. I would say only reason why I say Trader Joe's is because I got family members that like it. And my baby, my child, my 7-year-old liked it when she was fucking 4 and 5 years old. When songs that I make transcend to 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds, I feel like that's bigger than it making it to adults because they're innocent.
Yeah.
They have no clue. When I say put up to Trader Joe's, and I used to steal out with Martin Lowe's, now I'm smoking that runs out the cookie store. I know that this 4-year-old don't understand what I'm saying, but her feeling towards the song is bigger than the understanding of my message.
Yeah.
So she feel like she like that song more than other people here. Like, that's the one.
That's what's up. That's real shit right there. Yeah. And if a lot of people can't understand that, then they gotta get the fuck out the channel.
Facts, bro.
Can you walk us through like your process when you're making a track? or can you spit it right? Go to the studio and spit it like Pop.
Shit.
What do you do?
Pac didn't even go to the studio. Yeah. If you ever looked at Pac's documentaries, he spent a lot of time in the studio. Fam slept in there to the point where he had to kick people out because the people that was in the studio wasn't as serious as his craft as him. Yeah. Because when it's time for me to write, fuck y'all drinking and partying and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Because
that goes out the fucking
I'm about to make Dear Mama. What are you doing? Get the fuck out the studio. Y'all drinking and partying. This Dear Mama song has nothing to do with drinking and partying. What are y'all doing here? Me, when I go to the studio, I specifically pay for the hour that I'm going to be in there. So nobody's coming with me. Yeah. Now, if you my kids and my kids is in the city that I'm in and we doing a song together, they'll come with me. But if I could find a babysitter, I would choose to get a babysitter because this is special to me. I don't have no time to bring my homies unless you on my song. Other than that, stay your fucking ass at home. This is some talk. It's like fixing a car. If you rapping, if you sitting around drinking, smoking, and talking shit, you're not helping me fix my car. Nope. Right. You a distraction. Stay your ass at home. I go to the studio by myself. I go to the studio with whatever's going to inspire me. If it's not my kids, if it's not a person that's going to be on the track, you're not coming. I don't just have people in the studio just to be there for the vibe. I don't need that. I'm in here to create. And I already actually, by the time I get to the studio, I've pre-produced to the point where I know all the words. So I don't even go in the studio with paper or pen.
Oh, okay.
I go with myself. Okay. And the microphone and the engineer. And by the time I get to the studio, I know exactly what I'm gonna say without reading the paper. I don't need a paper. By the time I get to the studio, it's like, you ready? I'm ready. Press record.
That's artistic right there. A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people over here with the phones and shit and everything. I mean, you could bring it out just straight out of your fucking mind and shit, you know?
Facts.
Yeah, facts. That's real shit. Hey, that's real shit, brother. Shit. That's real shit right there.
Thank you, bro.
That's real shit.
How long you think it, like for you to, from writing the shit to the studio, how long is that process?
In the past 5 years, I've been writing, like I'm on the way to California doing whatever I do. So when I'm on the highway, it's a few producers that'll send me beats. They'll send me beats. I get it through my Gmail. I download it. It'll play through my phone, and through my phone, it'll play through the speaker on the car. Yeah. So while I'm driving, I put the beat on, that motherfucker hit. And as soon as it hit, it might say, I took a plane with about 10 P's, yeah. You a lame if you ain't on me, yeah. So when that, like, if the beat come on and it tells me to say that, I can hear myself saying these things. Yeah. That's kind of what I stick with, you feel me? Yeah. Like, that's how my songs been coming up lately, is that I just put the beat on, and as I'm on the highway, however I'm feeling at the time, I might be sad. I might have just got a call that I lost my cousin. Emotional shit take time for me to write to. Like, if I got a call that my cousin died, first thing I do is deal with the emotion. Then once I'm finished with the emotion, then the song will come. Like on my drives, or on my time when I'm crying, or by myself listening to instrumentals. That's when the song kind of, like, I listen to instrumental 3-4 times. By the fourth, if I put the beat on and it touch me, it kind of instantly gives the words to the song comes up. Right. But if I'm like, say for example, somebody like, yo, I want you to be on my song. I got this song and I want you to pay you $2,500 for 3 verses. I have to sit and absorb your vibe. Right. First, I gotta feel where you coming from. You want to be on some party shit tonight, so I gotta get in my party mode if I'm not already in it. Once I get in my party mode, it's like, I got something for you. Right. Like it'll start coming. Like I'm listening to it, like, oh shit, the words is coming. Like, but if sometimes it don't come that fast. Sometimes the beat will come on, and especially if it's a person that want me to feature and I'm not feeling they vibe, I kind of gotta create a vibe. Right. I gotta make it work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I can feel that. We do that too, Bar Talk.
I know when I used
sometimes, man, you just gotta.
We get everyone drunk and there's the fucking vibe.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, the vibe's not there. We need more drink.
We need that drink,
We need
baby.
a fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? We need to make this hype.
I know when I would write music, I'd kind of like take a few shots because it gets me better in my emotions. Yeah. And it was always like personal shit I went through, and I'll just sit there and just fucking write, drink another beer, and write.
You write with a purpose.
Yeah,
that's important. Those are the artists that make it.
Again.
I have a bunch of shit
Brown
written that
skins.
I don't even sing. I don't even rap, but most of them are rap now, and I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah. All it takes is for the passions. You saying that alone. People like you just need to put it out. I know the turmoil is I don't want to be seen like this. I don't want to be heard like this. I want it to be perfect. Put it out. Just put it out.
The last one I wrote was actually about my brother because he just got on all these crazy ass drugs, and it was like mostly about wanting my real brother back. You know what I mean? It was on a like deep point when I let someone.
That's life
like,
changing.
Shit, you know what I mean?
That's the shit that we want.
Yep.
People who listen to music, they want to hear shit that pertains to situations that nobody talks about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when you put shit out, I don't care if it's not perfect. I don't care if it's not the mix you want. It don't sound the way. Put it out. When you put it out, you'll understand. The people gonna tell you. It's not you. Yeah. It's a world of people that have an opinion about some shit that you went through, and especially if it touch everybody. We living in a time where this is the era of information. So we all paying attention to whatever's on the internet. If you just put it out there and this serious and this real, it's gonna transcend. Nobody is like, you know what I'm saying? Like once you put that real shit out, it just goes.
That's it. It
just
hits
goes.
Because people feel it. They feel it in their heart, their soul. It's not just a rhythm, a beat to get drunk to. Like it hits them where it fucking like
she just said
where it hurts, where it hits them right. You know what I'm saying? Like you can listen to that with people, without people. Like that's what people were looking for. Like they want to feel it. They don't want to hear it. They want to feel it. They want to feel your music. Feel you. Feel where you're coming from. Relate.
So what do you have like? Well, okay. So what have you sacrificed to do, like to be the artist that you are today? Like time with your family. You know what I mean? What is your greatest sacrifice to do all this stuff? And do you regret any of them?
I love that question. I really love that question. My sacrifice was time with my children. Mm-hmm. When somebody inboxed me and was like, yo, you ready to come to Arizona? The time that they inboxed me, I had just got out of jail in Ohio. When I was in jail, that was the first time I've been to jail multiple times. It's not something that I'm proud to say. That's just an example of fucking trial and error and somebody not understanding itself, making the same mistake more than once. That's clinically insane. What am I doing? Mm-hmm. So the last time I'm in jail in Ohio, I see my daughter, my kid's mom brings my daughter to jail on a jail visit, and it hit me like, are you doing this for are you just doing this just to be fucking doing it, or do you want to make something out of whatever you're doing? And then when I got out of jail, the guy hit me up and was like, you just did time in jail. Are you ready to come to Arizona yet? Because he had been telling me for years, like, yo, come to Arizona. When you come to Arizona, the music, whether you making the music or not, the opportunities is better than Ohio. And this person was from Ohio, but he moved to Arizona years before me. He was telling me like, just come this way, whether you make it in music or not, you'll have a better life. And I didn't understand what he was saying for 4 years, but the 4th year I was like, out of all the shit I've been through in this state of Ohio, you might be saying something right because you born and raised in Ohio and you moved to Arizona. And your life ain't been the same since. So maybe I might need to take your advice. Got out of jail, flew out here, and was like, yo, he was fucking right. Like, aside of the music, just economically, the difference from Ohio and Arizona was you have a better opportunity in business no matter what you choose. It doesn't matter what you can sell fucking Sonoran dogs or you can sell real estate. You're going to be more profitable in the state of Arizona than in the state of Ohio. Nothing against Ohio, it's just economical facts. This has nothing to do with your emotions or your feelings. This is numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't go about how you feel about it. I want to know what's the 10-year factual history of economics of your city. This was the person that told me the movie was telling me this was the fastest growing city in the United States. And I did my history and I learned like Tucson, Phoenix. These are places that people from Los Angeles is moving to Phoenix.
Facts.
It doesn't make sense for me to not move to Arizona right now. I don't care about the percentage of black people. That's irrelevant to me. What I want is what I want. And he was like, all right, move it. I'm like, all right, I'm moving. And when I moved there, I experienced like, dog, my minimum wage was $9 an hour in Ohio. And I moved to $12 an hour here. That's like a $3 jump off the bat. Something told me you probably need to try to make it work here. Right. And when I started working with the local promoters, the people putting on shows, the biggest shows, I was like, yo, y'all have Rialto? Like, that's a theater. It's not a lot of cities that have a theater.
Mm-hmm.
That was big to me. Like I seen who was it? I seen I don't even know what the rap group was. It was some hippie cats, but they performed in the Rialto and they took a picture, and I seen that picture and I seen the stadium and I seen the crowd. I was like, yo, that's big. That's big as fuck. And I paid attention, and then they were saying Nelly was coming. I was like, yo, if Nelly is coming.
Nelly comes all the motherfucking time to Tucson, though.
Yeah.
Nelly comes all the damn time. I met him.
He always comes to
the
fair.
Yeah,
to the fair. He's
at
always
the
there at the fair.
I went backstage with him.
Top
Both
floor,
Thugs and
down
Harmony.
floor. I was like,
they're here all the time too. I got high with
Arizona
both Thugs and Harmony.
loved them. Like Arizona showed me that they still love rappers from my era. Like I'm an 80s baby.
Brandy says she saw Master P there. Yeah,
that's big.
You know what I'm saying?
For Arizona, I don't know. I'm from fucking Wade, Louisiana. I don't know. But when I moved in, it was like, yo, these people coming like T-Pain. I'm like, all right.
T-Pain's been here. Baby
Like,
Bash.
y'all motherfuckers is bringing motherfuckers that's huge.
Ice Cube kills it though. Every time he comes here.
Ice Cube's one of my favorite.
That man breaks the walls, Ice Cube.
Iconic artist.
Mm-hmm.
So once I figured that out, I was like, shit, it's not that big of a difference from New Orleans, like a bigger city. I don't think the local people know that. Like they kind of don't understand how great Tucson is. Like the local people will tell you, like, oh, like Mount Lemmon, it's just a pile of rocks. In my head, I'm like, that's a fucking mountain. It's a beautiful mountain.
It's beautiful.
I don't see mountains where I'm from.
It's a beautiful
yeah. Hey, like you go up there, it's life changing. So I was like, yeah,
it is.
I'll stay here.
It's completely different. From
especially with a blood.
What?
At the top of that mountain.
What?
Forget it. Life changing, bro. Let me tell you. Life changing.
Serenity, and you never knew serenity until you came here.
I got high up there once. Right off that cliff, I just sat there and I got high with one of my exes. It was beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Day, night. I used to go when times would just like, life takes over. I'd go up there and go rock climbing without the ropes, just wherever I can get, how far I can get on my own, get down on my own.
Oh, you with
my people. Like, bro, when you get as far as you can get up there, like, and you're like, oh fuck, how am I gonna get down?
Shit crazy.
That shit is like, life hits you different. It hits you for real.
Body.
Let me tell you.
Indians can climb.
We can. We definitely can climb some fucking rocks.
That's great. You native?
I am native. I'm a mutt, I tell you. I'm a mutt like a motherfucker.
I got a couple last questions before we close it out. One of them is, what have you done to work on your craft to make you the artist that you are today?
Yes, Brandon.
What I've done to work on my craft to make me the artist that I am today was pay attention to the industry that I'm trying to be a part of. Say, for example, you was an architect. You will want to know who's the best architect because you want to know what the greatest extent of whatever you want to do looks like. Like I want to know who's the best at what I'm doing. What does that look like? I'm an 80s baby. So I grew up in the 90s. So in the 90s, who was the biggest artist in like 95, 96, 97, 98, 99? I listened to Tupac. I listened to Jay-Z. I listened to DMX. By me being from New Orleans, you got to understand, West Coast wasn't as prevalent to me. Whatever I heard from West Coast, it had to be major industry number one shit. E40, Tupac, Be Legit, KRS, not KRS One, Spice One. These was the only artists that, being from Louisiana, we was getting. We wasn't local to Cali, but Cali ran the fucking rap industry in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Some of New York too. But being from Louisiana, we was presented with more West Coast than East Coast. We didn't hear more Biggie than we heard Snoop Dogg. We didn't hear more, I'm gonna say what? Fucking Das Effects than we heard motherfucking. I mean, I say Big Bone Thugs and Harmony was Midwest, but we felt like they was West Coast just because they was signed to fucking Eazy-E. And when Eazy-E came out, like we knew Dre, we knew you know what I'm saying? Fucking NWA, like we knew West Coast shit before we knew East Coast shit. Not to leave out the East Coast, but I'm just saying I grew up in New Orleans, fam. West Coast was more influential to us than East Coast. It wasn't until my high school years when we started listening to more East Coast music. So that was my influence. Growing up was more West Coast, and I guess local shit, local music. But
so growing up, that was it. What about now?
Shit, right now, influential. I'm in my mid-30s, so music has grown so much, and you heard so much from so many different coasts. I've been influenced from so many different people over the times that it's hard. Like I can say Kendrick, I can say Future, I can go down the line, even with R&B, aside of rap music, just music in general influences me. It makes me want to make different shit. And I'm probably influenced by most of the elites. Anybody that's elite, like the top selling artists, I'm probably influenced by them. Even if most of their music is not healthy, subconsciously or consciously, that's irrelevant because I love music in general. whether it's healthy or unhealthy. That's like food. I like McDonald's, but I also like healthy shakes.
Yeah.
I like them both. And I can't tell you
Touché.
for a fact that I like a McGriddle better than I like a healthy shake. It's the same.
I feel like
McGriddle.
You feel what I'm saying? Like whatever unhealthy food you
God
like.
bless the man who made McGriddles, by the way. 'Cause you say,
The motherfuckers hit.
Sweet and right.
They hit though, like.
Yo,
You want to
real.
Two last questions if you guys want to close it out. You want to close it out? Go ahead.
Sorry this lasted so long, guys. Tequila kind of hit. We started having a little bit of fun.
I got a good combo.
You know.
Let's not blame.
We got life right here, livelihood, living good.
Life
Tequila
Jennings.
hit.
Life Jennings.
is, man, he
Absolutely.
is
Well, back to
spot on.
What you know about life?
Oh.
Yeah.
What you know about
That was
life?
my shit back in the day, bro. Life Jennings.
Come on,
Must be
man. I was gonna
nice.
say that
Must
one
be
track about the
nice.
pregnant
Come
chick.
on.
Yeah. But back to Dear Mama real quick. I'm sorry. I want to go back to Dear Mama. I'm like, I know that track by heart. That's my shit right there, bro. But I feel what you're saying about just
you know I love you, sweet.
and Dear Mama.
Yes.
Ain't nobody tell us it was
Classic
fair.
artist.
No
Randy
love for my
Smith
daddy
says there is
because the
too
coward
many
wasn't there.
overrated people on the
He
radio.
passed away and I didn't cry because my anger
Facts.
wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. They say I'm raw and I'm heartless, but all along I was looking for my father. He was gone. And it hung around with thugs. And even though we sold drugs, they showed a young brother lug. I do not own any of the copyrights to these lyrics. No, I do gotta say that for legality reasons over here. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Bartalk TV, we do not
That's my
own
shit right
any
there.
copyrights
TV,
to this
let's
music.
go.
But yeah, last two questions though too. Yeah, because we've been going for 2.5 hours over here.
Let's
So
go.
the last two questions,
Sorry,
we already
guys.
asked the question over here about aspiring artists, and then the other last question too is, do you have any words of advice? We already asked that question, Jacob. Yeah. So yeah, other than that, then too. So I guess, you know, for all the relevant folks at home over the last couple of years, obviously we've all been just simultaneously and collectively been experiencing the pandemic. So how did the pandemic impact your music at all? Was it good? Was it positive? Was
Or
it
did it?
negative? Or like, was it more like you got to actually hone in your craft a little bit more,
Or
focus
did
on
it?
it?
Can I be honest? I turned up through the pandemic.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
I was the only
We're gonna be
motherfucker
friends.
on
Tell
the
it,
planes through the pandemic.
Nah, tell
Nice.
it, tell it.
I was on a plane, and it was just me and the stewardess. Like, it was mist coming through the fucking air vents, and I was talking to the stewardess like, "Does this have anything to do with COVID?" It was like, "Nah, motherfucker, you never caught the plane in the morning, motherfucker." Like, it's just the mist that's coming through. Like, I was on.
You didn't
a
catch that
plane,
red eye?
man. No, and shout out to everybody that was independent, people that was like making their own money through the pandemic. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We all made so much motherfucking money because people stopped spending with corporations because they didn't know what was going on.
Exactly. They had to like minimize and like actually like the word of like the phrase too. It sounds cliche, but it's very, very accurate and very relevant to the pandemic for independent artists, which is it leveled the playing field. I know it sounds cliche.
Woo!
I know it sounds cliche, but
If
that's
you
like
didn't come up through the pandemic, you're not a hustler.
It's the best, exactly the best way to describe it. That's funny you say that. The reason why we asked this on the show is because artists have different like takes on it. Like, oh yeah, I was signed to like, you know, what are the big record labels? Universal, Interscope, like, you know, Zodiac Records, Atlantic Records. If they're signed to major labels, obviously too, especially in this day and age with the digital age, it's like a whole different ball game. But like, if you're not signed to a major label and you're doing some more like Macklemore shit, which is just completely strictly independent, you're like, nah, I was making cash fucking money. Ask my fiance too. I would say that exact same too, bro. Like, say the exact same thing. I was like, bro, that was some of the most successful years of my life. Some of the most successful years of my life was when 2020 hit. I was getting all the modeling shit, bro. Like, cause like, no, yeah, because everybody that was reaching out to me was like, bro, I had this like do-rag thing. Most people know because you're on our show. Like, I could talk about it. Like, people that follow me, I've been a model for a while. That's how we met. Fucking modeling. You know what I mean? My modeling thing, I was getting model jobs from like Hawaii and shit, like modeling do-rags and shit, and I was making all like bread, bro, and it was crazy.
What?
That was the first
Bruh.
2 months of the pandemic, bro.
What do-rag was you fucking?
Bro.
You look familiar.
You want to
Fuck
see
right
some of
now.
this shit? Oh, you want to see some? Bro, it was like designer do-rags, and I'm not even
Not
playing.
to
with it.
realize they
I'm not
go
even. I'm not even.
way
I'm talking
more
no,
back than they thought.
Paul Mitchell, line of do-rags, bro. And I was on that shit, and they were like, "You're gonna be our Stephon Curry, light, skinny, and representative of this shit over here." And I was like, "I got you."
Show me. Because you look fucking familiar.
Shout out, Motor City King.
Motor City, what up, bro? We're gonna see you.
Yeah.
Motor City, we got your battle coming up on Saturday. But hey, just to end the show though, real quick, y'all, we do gotta send it off on the proper tip, which is
Shout out Motor City, man.
Shout out Motor
Shout out
City.
to Motor City too, bro. We got the thing. We're actually doing we can actually talk about it because we finalized the deal last weekend too with Double Stacks and Lex Diamond that owns Battleborn MCs. So we're gonna be doing
shout out
coverage.
Double Stacks. That's the homie.
You already know.
Double
See?
Stacks. Yep.
Double Stacks.
We
That's
just
the fucking homie.
now we can talk about it because last week on our show we couldn't since we didn't finalize the deal yet. Now we just did. We got all the contracts, everything out of the way, etc. So shout out to Double Stacks. We're doing videography coverage and commentary for the Battleborn MCs event coming up this June 25th. So we'll go ahead and tell
Double
y'all.
Stacks, you was a fucking problem,
We'll go ahead
boy.
and tell
You was a problem, boy.
He been doing this thing. He from the Lou. That's what he and I'm a
From the
connected because I
fucking
said out
Lou,
there.
that's the homie.
Then after that too. So okay, so let's go ahead and just send it out on a good note too. Promote Hesus the guy, my boy Hardesty Humphrey right here. His show coming up too. The name of that event is called. Go ahead, tell.
The name of that event is called Some Dope Ass Artists.
Some dope ass fucking artists, bro. Hesus the guard with some dope ass artists too. We'll run that flyer all week for my boy right here too.
Hesus the guard, y'all.
We'll
You're
run it
about
all
to be
week.
sick of that
It's a week
shit.
from now, so we're doing an exact week promotion. We got you, bro. So go ahead and announce that too.
Personal and Bar Talk TV.
Unfortunately,
Hesus the God, y'all.
that's going to be, you said July 7th, correct?
July 7th.
July 7th. So we're going to, matter of fact, it's going to be 2 weeks now because the next Thursday that we have is June 30th. So from now until June 7th, we'll run it. It's going to be 2-week promotion.
dog.
Let me
That's
correct
my dog.
myself. Smokey, yes. You were showing him? Yep. Okay,
Motor
cool.
City King.
So the thing, all
Dog.
right, so Motor City,
It
we're
is
going to be
going,
doing
y'all.
all of your good stuff, bro. We'll
Oh,
make
that
sure we get an
Motor City
exclusive
knows.
interview with you, too. Hey, Jesus the God, a.k.a. Hardesty Humphrey. You already know what it is. We're going to be promoting his show. That's going to be a dope thing. That's a Thunder Canyon Brewery. What time is that at, boy?
It's going to start at 9 p.m., bro.
9 p.m.
9
guys.
p.m.
9 p.m.
We're going to try to, I mean, we do our shows on Thursdays, obviously, too, but we'll talk more about just kind of
July
finalizing
7th,
maybe a deal,
2022,
just us
Samantha,
coming
you're
out and
right.
maybe doing some event coverage. We'll see. Yeah.
Hell
Because we
yeah.
would love to do that, too. We'll talk about that kind of behind
Okay.
the scenes, but let's go ahead and
Okay.
just put that out there. Bar
Yeah.
Talk, we're trying to make an appearance. We're definitely making the attempt because Hardesty Humphrey came through. He showed us a lot of love over here, and we're just very appreciative, very grateful that you're on the show, my brother. Absolutely, man.
Hell yeah.
Even
Coming
if it's
all the way
not
out
all
here
of
in
us, the
Tucson,
ones
man.
who are recording, the ones who aren't, will be there. We'll
Well-
make it happen.
Well, this is the thing
Yeah.
I wanted to
Yeah.
say, bro. It's like you're doing your thing out here in Tucson, my brother. Like I
For
said,
real.
too, like,
For real.
you know, not on any dick
Thank you,
riding
bro.
shit, but if you guys notice, like, you got artists like you got artists like Hardesty Humphrey out here that come out to a city that he's not known, came out here for a record deal. You know, he did his own independent thing instead, which is even more of a profound thing to just recognize. Not only that, but since he stayed out here, he's already done his thing. No support from the local because he's not a local from Tucson at all whatsoever. And he's still been doing his thing out here, y'all. And he's still killing it, still making everything like we just work for himself, too. I just got to give a shout out to that real quick, bro, because
you, bro.
that's a very
100,
lesser known thing out
100%.
here. Most of these artists out here y'all see in Tucson, they're not originally from Tucson. They just came out here. And I just want to highlight and capitalize on that, too. You got to give credit where credit is due.
That's it.
You've been
Big
killing it
facts.
out here, bro, and you've been like working
Thank you,
harder
bro.
than a lot of artists. So artists that are even from here, you still been like even outshining them, bro. Like not to compare or contrast, but it's like
Yeah.
I always got to
Yeah.
see it like that. July 7th, 2022. Absolutely, Samantha.
Yes,
we would
Samantha,
definitely
don't
hit it.
forget,
But
girl,
I
you
just
won
wanna
the
give that shout out to
wings.
y'all before we send it
Wangs,
out
wangs,
to-
wangs, girl. He's kind of jealous because he wants
Just
the wings.
on Bar Talk
Samantha.
TV.
I want some wings. I want some of your
want some
winning
of you
wings.
to
Message it,
share
Bar
some of
Talk
them
TV,
winning
just
wings,
directly
y'all.
to or just DM us on Bar Talk TV LLC Facebook page. Absolutely. and we'll go ahead and send it off and say, go ahead and go to that show. It's Jesus the God with some dope ass artists. Look for that flyer. We'll be promoting it all the next 2 weeks. Absolutely, for my boy right here. Of course, bro.
Don't forget to vote, y'all. Vote.
Don't forget to vote
Talk
too. We got
TV.
Tucson Hip Hop Awards coming up, and you're nominated, correct? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the God, Jesus the God.
It's done by Jamar, then that's my boy. Yeah, so
that's the fan.
It's in the
That's
running too. So go ahead, everybody,
bro.
make sure you're looking out for all that information too, because that's coming up. Podcast of the year. Bar Talk TV, the category nomination is Podcast of the Year, and then artist, whatever artist category you got too, we'll go ahead and get the confirmation from Jamar, and then run all that promotion as well too, my brother. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody that's out here, Jesus the God. Hey, keep looking out, because this brother right here is like one of the hardest working brothers I've ever seen, and that's the crazy thing. We worked together, and then we didn't get the proper introduction until tonight, and that says a lot too, because it's like usually I gotta meet somebody before I put them on, but I saw this dude has raw sheer talent that is just undeniably just brilliant. This guy right here,
sir.
And I relate to him a lot too, because I produce my music and know how to like play keys and like play piano and stuff, and that's something that most artists gotta recognize too. It's like one man band right here, y'all. One man
talent.
Yes, talent
way
at its best.
bigger, more of
100%.
just like an elevated degree with his mindset and just his work ethic, dedication to music, his passion. It like completely subsedes. It's up there with the gods. Most motherfuckers are just demigods where they're half gods. This motherfucker's a whole god.
There's a
Jesus
reason
the
it's
God.
Jesus
Big G,
the
not
God.
little G, not demigod, not little G, big G. Jesus the God. Make sure you capitalize that shit. Bar Talk TV. This is Bo Phillips, Daniela Ramon over here, and then Jesus the God, and then Jacob Romo. Shout out over here also. Absolutely.
Thanks for
Thank you
tuning in, y'all.
Everybody be
Don't
safe.
forget
That's
to
going out here.
vote. Yes, Jesus the God, y'all.
Thanks for supporting us, tuning in, y'all. Peace. Be good.
If you'd like to be on our next episode, just inbox us for details. Thanks for tuning in.